time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now. It's time to stretch and fetch. See what's cooking at our refreshment counter. You'll find your favorite foods and beverages, plus many new goodies to tempt your appetite and add to your evening's pleasure. Everything's the finest quality. So treat yourself now. Nine minutes to go to showtime. Popcorn, rich with hot melted butter. All kinds of candy. Sparkling soft drinks. Steaming hot coffee. Steamed or grilled hot dogs. Crispy hot fresh French fries. Eight minutes to go to showtime.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those, and 1 of those, and 5 bars of these, and a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
Seven minutes to go to showtime. Hot popcorn, just popped. Fresh roasted peanuts. How about a pizza? None better anywhere. Sizzling hamburgers grilled to your taste. We've a large assortment of freshly made sandwiches. Six minutes to go to showtime.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons of drive-in theaters.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar, like soft drinks, hot dogs, good hot coffee, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron of this 5N.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
There we go. For some reason, good old OBS was like, I don't remember my settings. You've streamed for the past 4 years, but I'm not going to remember that. I don't remember any setting that you've established across those few years. I'm not going to remember that at all. I'm going to just decide to throw it all out the window, start fresh, and say you don't have a microphone at all. How are you doing, my 7th favorite Adam? Hope you're well. I just got to figure out which pictures I'm going to post on my Instagram to say, look at this handsome fellow. He is live on Instagram right this second. What are you doing wasting your life not watching him? Back up to 7th. Well, you've been, the work running that you're doing is paying off. It's doing wonders for your body, and it's doing wonders to my body. That's what I'm saying. I'm mostly well. I'm looking forward to getting to the UK in literally under a month now. I'm looking forward to that. I was away last weekend watching Pearl Jam live and in charge, and next weekend I'm away again watching Hosier live and mildly leading a group. But outside of those very, very exciting sort of things, life's been, it is what it is, right? I have been made redundant, so I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with my life from now on. No, don't worry about it. I will figure it out. I'm a boy who can land on his feet relatively easy. I've been lucky enough to fail upwards most of my life. I'm one of those fuckers that will continually fail upwards. So I just gotta finish posting the whole I'm on Twitch. Pay attention to me. Social media shit. Hey, Beetle. Good to see you. It's always lovely to see you. Sorry, I'm partly distracted. And I will apologize already to you, Beetle, that I still haven't done your command yet, but I will get to it. I was almost thinking of just making it somehow a Beetle command, but it's not really related to you. I need to sort of figure out. I think you deserve a command, Beetle, and I need to figure out what it is. But good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's not really showing up, and in fact, it looks really, really thick on that eye, and like none at all on that eye. And I know, but I just wanted like to have something special for you, because you're very much a saint in this community, Beetle. Oh, completely off topic, but I was sort of looking for my phone gallery. I didn't pick it up, and I really, really kind of, part of me regrets it, but I was at the op shop today. I didn't actually get anything from the op shop this time around, but often I do. But I was looking around, and I was looking in the board game section, as you do. I tend to look at either books, board games, or often clothes are really, really shit. But I found some good shoes one time, recently, but I found this board game. I didn't pick it up. Should have picked it up. I wonder how many of you recognize it. Oh, focus. It is indeed Golden Balls, the electronic board game. It was equivalent of £2. So it was a cheapie. I was like proper like, oh, should I get it? Is there a possible way I could like do this on a stream? I don't think you could. I didn't know they released it as a game either, Beetle. But I was saying, my makeup today is meant to be, and it looks really, really terrible, so I apologize. It's meant to be Beetlejuice makeup. It's from the Beetlejuice palette. Not like I'm not made up to be Beetlejuice, but it's from the Beetlejuice makeup palette. But as I said, it seems like I did a pretty piss poor job. My fault. My bad. When we kick into it, we're going to play some more Life is Strange double exposure. We sort of played the 2 episodes that got pre-released and then stopped after the game actually got released, which is a bit weird. I don't know why you do that. But we're gonna kick into some of that. I hope to watch that episode of Walk With Me Tim if Hippie joins the chat, because she hadn't seen it and she seemed keen to see it. So hopefully she jumps in. If she doesn't, we'll find something else to watch. I know I give her a bit of cheek on it, but she is a good streamer, a good member to the community, and it is nice to see when she jumps in. But how are you all doing? I don't know if you all said. I know you said you're doing good, Adam, but I don't know if you're doing good, or you're just doing the exchange pleasantries and just say, oh, I'm fine. How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. House is on fire, mate. Yeah, but I'm fine. Lisa took up both my legs. You've only got one. Yeah, I'm fine though. I mean, as long as I got Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan with me, I'm fine. Okay. All that stuff was posted. I have done enough buying for time. We are going to kick off into some Life is Strange. Did I ever remove 10 dates after I finished it? Looks like it. So I'd say, like, we finished it. Completed it, mate. I'm real pissed that we didn't find any achievements in Life is Strange. We played the 2 levels. We didn't get a single achievement. How useless are we? Or am I? But I've been looking at some. Okay, maybe we did get achievements. Yeah, okay, boom, 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 boom. They all just unlocked. Oh, they keep going. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we got the achievements. I just thought they would unlock. But they're still going. We're not doing that or that. I don't know how that's on the display capture. Oh, there's a window capture. I was like, why is it showing my my Spotify? It's for my duck streams. If you couldn't quite figure that one out, it's for whenever I do a duck stream, I have some music in the background, and it was the Spotify list for the most recent duck stream. Let's post a We're live on Twitch, story to Twitch as well. Been looking at silent movie stars and wondering why they didn't receive as much love as they should. Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Fatty Arbuckle, Laurel and Hardy, Three Stooges, and Marx Rose. We've been talking about, I think that's sort of where we kicked off a lot of our chat beta was our mutual passion for those stars. Turn that heater off for yesteryear, because I'm genuinely a big fan, particularly of Three Stooges. I really like Charlie Chaplin as well. I used to date somebody who was really obsessed with Buster Keaton. Like they were basically in love with Buster Keaton. Marx Brothers, I think, are fantastic as well. Groucho's a comic genius to this day. I got a sealed copy of Laurel and Hardy somewhere. That kind of just want to keep sealed. Keep sealed. But I don't know where I put it. It's floating around somewhere in the ether. I like that we got the full game, and first patch, Harold Lloyd should not be overlooked either. Yes, indeed. First patch added music to the main menu. Full games come out, music in the main menu's gone, and also Our Body is gone entirely. I like this. Obviously I like that. Ooh. I mean, this is the toughest decision I've ever come across, I think. We got a zombie one. I like all these shirts. That's a Final Fantasy one. Oh, yeah. Oh, so you get to see both versions. Oh, I love the Mog hat. I want to go with the cat one, though. I love that. Tell your cat I said pss, 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 pss. I genuinely find it too cute. We will go with that one. I guess if we'll get a backstory, hopefully, we'll go last time in Life is Strange. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I have to explain it all. Two six. I just want to do something because, I think, Pete is right. I do have I've got the thing on the screen that says how many people are viewing, and streaming's beginning to take a massive toll on my mental health again. Particularly comparatively to people who get upset they don't have viewers and then they still got more than me. I'm just like, if you got more than me, then what the fuck does that make me? So I'm removing the viewer count thing so I can't see how many people are viewing. I just want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy who's here. I just want to enjoy playing the game. I want to see if that helps the shit that goes on in my head. And then we can just enjoy it and have fun. And if people don't join, they don't join. At least I get to have a chill time playing a game that hopefully I enjoy. So, sorry, just pausing for 2 seconds there.
morning.
I really quite want to dye my hair again already.
This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing
I just say that
something.
because I noticed her hair, I think, is meant to be blue. And now not only have I dyed my hair black, it's the black's already washed out and my hair is beginning to go my natural
No
color.
matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way I shot Safi.
So, quick overview of the story. We are playing as Max Caulfield again, from the original Life is Strange game. Music just died in the game. She has moved on in her life following the events of the original game, and she is now sort of an assistant professor at a university where she teaches photography or art in general, I believe. She's made friends with a bunch of people there. During a getaway one night, her friend took a phone call, walked away, and when we found her, she was shot dead. We don't have our R1 abilities from the first game like we did in the first game. Instead, we've got the ability to switch between two different timelines. One where our friend has been killed, one where our friend is still alive, but there's still a lot of negative stuff going on. We found a camera that had evidence on it, revealed who Safi's killer was, and the photo showed us in the photo with the gun. Now we're trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Was that us? Was that somebody else? Was it us from another timeline? Who knows? All I've done all night is stare at this ugly fucking ceiling. I'm up. Come over if you feel like it. It's too cold to leave the house. This is why you should kick somebody out of Abraxas' house and let me live there. You need to get the fuck out of Vermont, dude. Well, you could always live somewhere else. Not in the mood for not in the mood for this shit, die. I'm taking student loan forgiveness in my own hands. Oh yeah, we sort of seen that. If you've got a student loan, you will get a special happy hour. Caldons, Caldons? I can't remember. I always called it Caldon, but it's Caldon, I think. Caldon's art department is amazing, but what they refer to as taste is just an excuse to determine what art is considered low and highbrow. What if we did away with both and let art be art? What happened? Hierarchy and money go hand in hand. Somebody's gonna get shafted. Not true. People should always be able to like what they like, free of judgment. They should, but won't. I'm with you, Kim, but I believe there's some distinctions. Maybe we could talk about it over a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee at the Fab. Cal Edon. I think you're actually right. I've heard it been spoken in the game. Like, I always would have called Caldon, but it's obviously like spelled differently in a different university. It's just my brain instinctively reads it. Caladon is probably the same thing. See, this is why I keep you. This is why I keep you. You're a smart one. Alright, let's look at we got a Mana Massive, which I guess is Magic the Gathering box.
Moses, when this is all over, I'll play as many games of Mana Massive as you want. I swear. I read the beginning. It's annoyingly good. Unfortunately, Lucas didn't include an evidence that I killed Safi chapter.
It's...
Restraining Order Lucas said Safi once threatened to turn his son against
I
him.
think you've got
It certainly implies some
some
bad
very
blood in
smart
the
qualities,
past,
Peter.
But that Lucas was scared of Safi, not out for revenge. None of this is conclusive enough.
So Lucas is sort of the head of the very preppy.
Maybe that photo of me has a clue I'm missing.
Shut up, Max. Is the head of like the very, very preppy group. They've got like their own sort of SMRT. I'm sure you know this, but that was a genuine flub. That was a genuine Dan Castellaneta, genuinely misspelled smart. He was meant to do it right. Like Homer was meant to be SMART, but Dan Castellaneta screwed up and then went, actually, that's better. We'll go with that. Lucas is the head of the preppy group. He, in other timeline, he's been attacked by some people, and we don't know why.
Hold on. She's looking right at the camera, like she knows it's there. Does she want to get caught? Or is this another doppelganger?
Yeah, people have been seeing their doubles of themselves as well, which has been freaking them out a little bit, which would freak you out a little bit. Oh, that's the hard drive we stole.
No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way
We
I shot
stole.
Sophie.
Gwen tried to burn that evidence, but had instead, we
Why
grabbed
on
it.
earth did Gwen cancel Sophie's book deal? Didn't she help her to get it in the first place?
I like it that style. I've always done it quite dark blue. I was just thinking that, Beetle. I've done blue before, but it's been very much on the darker side, to the point where it's almost, borderline black. You can tell it's blue, but it's
Maybe
not.
that photo of me has a clue I'm missing.
It's not light blue like she's got. I really like her hair.
Finn definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Safi canoodling. But what does that even
Canoodling?
mean? Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose.
I've got
That isn't me. It can't be. Maybe if I go object by object, an answer will jump out at me?
Let's make another coffee first.
Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now.
I gotta sort of figure out what I want hair-wise, primarily for the UK.
No matter how much I stare at you,
Because that's going to be the place
I
that sees it
refuse to make
first
sense.
on a
Moses?
grander scale.
Hello, Miss Caulfield.
It's a cop.
Fuck.
Can I come in?
You can't just walk in. That's illegal.
The photo. If he sees that,
You're literally not
I
allowed
have
to
some
just walk
questions for you.
in. Play it cool.
of course, I can answer your questions right here.
I knew you'd be a valuable resource.
Get your coffee. Get your coffee. Make it look like you're going in for a reason.
There are just a few details I'm struggling to
Smart girl.
make sense of.
Go ahead.
So yeah, this
Acadia
is.
Bay. Where you went to high school, right?
I don't think it was a high school. I think it was a community college.
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not unlike...
Arcadia Bay and Safi are not connected.
I forgot what I was going to say, sorry.
Small
I got
town
distracted.
with a curious number of murders. And now, Safi, Llewellyn Fayed,
2?
murdered in a small town? What are the odds? What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky? Or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
Just my shit luck, I guess.
Oh, hard life, isn't it?
I don't think
Detective, I'm
murder
not
is
answering
exclusive to
any
a
of
size
these
of a
questions.
town.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
We
I
could
don't even know what you're talking about.
shift the
Someone
telescope.
was in the office with me. I could hear them. I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see
We could
him.
shift objects from timeline to timeline.
All right, enough. We're not getting it.
Ooh. We know that my shop has rules not to go mad with dyeing silly colors, but I stuck the sensible color as platinum blonde, black, auburn. You look like Archie over there, who was a Kiwi, was a New Zealander. But if you had to, you go Beetlejuice green. Most of my roles, and I think it's probably that New Zealand culture is quite laid back. They've never sort of worried about my hair color, even though I guess I've been in what you traditionally call quite high positions. But yeah, they've never really gone. No, I've never sort of been pulled aside and said, "Chris, just wanted to discuss that your hair color is probably inappropriate for this line of work." I think it's primarily because all my work has been like very, very connection focused and like people focused, and predominantly I've been working with people who I guess are disenfranchised or like disconnected, quite vulnerable people, and they probably relate to somebody else who's like, dyed hair, tattoos, unconventional dress more than they'd relate to somebody who's very, very prim and proper. They go, "You're like me," and probably find it being a bit easier to talk to than if I went and wearing a suit and tie. But then again, at the same time, I've talked to everybody. I've talked to really, really high-ranking officials. Like, I've talked to people who are so high-ranking I cannot talk about it in the public forum, like legitimately, like super, super powerful people. So it's hard. I don't know. I've just been lucky. I think it might be just a culture
From
here.
the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
I don't know. I've got some green in the house. One of our friends, like, when they moved away for a bit, and they're back now, in fact, but they moved away for a bit, and just like said, "Here's all my hair dye. Just take it. I know you'll enjoy it." And they've got some green there, but I don't know if I personally was suit green. I did green many years ago. I guess primarily because I did Joker costumes. And I did do a Beetlejuice costume years and years ago, as well. I'll never find a photo again, but you'll probably dig this, Beetle, more than anybody I know. I had a photo of me and Seth Green together. Like, people were like, Seth Green wanted the photo of me. He's like, "Oh my God, Beetlejuice!" Like, selfie. So I had that for like years as my like main picture, but that's gone. I don't know where that photo will be now, if I could ever find it again. I 100% agree, Beetle. 100%. And I don't mean it just for myself. I mean it for everybody. If you are a good person, if you're a nice person, if you are capable, what you look on the outside doesn't matter. Odds and knobs, right? But yeah, that's. I figured you'd probably like it. As I said, Beetlejuice costume for one thing, and me and Seth Green for the other.
At least that's.
Yeah, I don't think I'd
something
suit
real.
Green anymore, unfortunately.
But I know why now.
As I was saying, yeah, not only could we ourselves jump between timelines, but we could shift objects between timelines. And I think we made the telescope disappear from the time. I can't remember which way it was. We either made it disappear or reappear, or appear. So he was in the room and he was like, "What the fuck? The telescope's gone," or "What the fuck? The telescope's magically appeared." I can't remember which it was.
Somehow.
Buddy woke me up. Must be telling me Chris is streaming. 5 a.m. Bless you, Sammy. Always, always, always lovely to see you. Whether it be here or in your own stream. I don't know who else is lurking in the background. If there's anybody else lurking in the background, please give Sammy a follow. Absolutely. Hi, Assad. Sammy's definitely one of the people. Did you wake Sammy up? Assad did it. Assad, you woke Sammy up. No, again, trying to be more honest. Sammy's one of the people that I sort of went, I'm gonna really not like this streamer. I'm really not. And I gave you a shot, and you're actually one of my favorite streamers now, Sammy. You're one of my favorite people on the internet. I think I was very, very cynical and very, very mentally taxed at the time. But that just speaks to your character, speaks to your person. You're one of my favorite people on the internet now. So please, if you don't follow Sammy, please do. Jump in their streams as much as you can. Talk with them as much as you can. They're one of the best people out there. I do not say that flippantly or any of that shit. I'm being total shoot right now.
All this death leads to you.
And yeah, I'd rather watch plays.
It's not true.
I'm just speaking the truth, Sammy. It went the other way with Assad. I was like, oh, Assad would be lovely. And then saw him swimming. Oh, this
He
prick.
saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid, Max. Stupid, stupid. What the hell do I do now?
I don't think he saw the photo.
None of this makes any sense. What happened that night? Why the fuck
I don't know
am
what
I
kind
in
of cop
this
would be like,
picture?
there's a photo of you with a gun. I'm going to leave now.
The old me would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken.
We've got all the evidence we need in a photograph.
Maybe-
I better leave and come back tomorrow.
Maybe I still could.
You know what annoys me about that is I just hate the concept of like wanting to push for something. Like, oh, there should be more of this. Like, it will happen, and it does happen. It's out there. You just aren't looking. You're just choosing something to whinge about. There's thousands out there, legitimately. And you're just going, ooh, why isn't there enough? Don't be a dick. Support those that exist. And that will make it grow. What a shitty thing to say. And it's not like a thing that should happen anyway. It's like, we're going to add mandatory streaming if you're trans. If you identify as trans, even genderqueer, you're not fully trans, but you're like, oh, I don't quite know what I am. You have to stream. It is law. It's now obligatory. Done. That's what happened to me. I actually hope we don't have to time travel. But it looks like we're going to. There's no sound in this bloody game.
So that's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo.
So was it just a photo?
Feels good. Final.
Sophie.
It's here too.
Ooh.
But there wasn't a storm the day Sophie died.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
I like where the story's going.
Sophie, wait. Who is Maya? What was she talking about?
Sophie's gonna have the same.
Stalling, Max.
Sophie's gonna have the same curse as Chloe did.
Tell me how to stop this. What do I have to do?
You have to kill her.
Pull the trigger.
And we're back in the original timeline. I think that's what it's going to be hinting at. That in the OG Life is Strange, again, spoilers, but you can't fucking avoid it with this game.
No.
They sort of imply, they
No,
never
wasn't enough time.
straight out say, but they sort of imply that Chloe's existence is causing the tornado to come and destroy the city. I guess Sophie has the same curse. That's whoever Maya was.
Come on.
You got a booger.
If I can just... Fuck! Moses, you were right. I don't know how, but you were. I have to tell him. Everything.
Wish there were more Kiwi Kunt streamers on Twitch. Oh, hi, Chris. Oh, hi, Mark. I actually don't follow too many Kiwi streamers. None of them are Kunts. Baron's the main one, who we obviously raid a few times. But I know a few others, but by the by, I don't know a hell of a lot of Kiwi streamers. I owe you an explanation as much of one as I have been here overlooked. Really, Max? There? I know it doesn't make sense, but I'll do my best. Please. Fine. Thank you. So, Moses is... I mean, that's probably the most unrealistic thing so far in a game about time travel and shifting timelines. A guy who believes we just shot our mutual friend is going to be like, oh, I'll meet you at the scene of crime and nothing can go wrong there. That sounds just fine.
Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully. My powers. It's like they're changing everything.
They'll leave you breathless. Oh, can we go, like, how far back can we go? In the video game, you've always got to backtrack and check you didn't miss anything. You never know what secrets you might have missed. Well, you can switch timelines.
I have to go back up there. Some of that was definitely directed at me.
Unfortunately, I've been placed on leave for Caledon. Obviously, the years I invested in this place are not enough for people to realize my integrity and values. Thank you to everyone who's had the decency to respect my privacy at this time. So you're going through this, Gwen? I don't believe any of it. Do people truly know you? Know how insane this is. Why fire you? Why they fire you? Did they have evidence? That's really poor English.
I get it, Joyce.
Ooh.
Dating after everything that's happened feels impossible.
It's Chloe's mum. I've been in the dating scene for 2 months, ready to call it quits. Trying to find somebody new to accept all my baggage at my age is too much. Everyone's got baggage. It's older women with baggage that seem to be the problem. It's not for them if they want to pretend. That's a young girl's game. I'm considering admitting my divorce on the apps, but it changed me and I cannot cover that up. I know what you mean. I want to be with someone, but if only I can be myself. I mean, in this reality, your daughter was gunned down in a school toilet. I think you have to be honest with that one. Nothing hidden in this timeline.
To the Overlook, Max. 1 foot in front of the other.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing I was missing. I was personalizing WBTT for the Book Expo. A fan asked me to address his to Simeon. Is it like the author? But then when I looked it up, lo and behold, it was really him. It was. So you're a writer's writer. That's so cool. Simeon is a genuine kind of guy. He makes it a point to get autographs from all his writers, veterans, as well as up-and-comers. The Simeon Lowell? I'd love to get his autograph. The Simeon? How are you doing anyway, Double A? Hope you're doing well. I don't know if I asked you when you came in. And
I have to do this.
woke up Sammy?
I have to go back up there.
I assume Sammy is passed out. So hopefully they're doing well as well. Well, they're not gonna summer cum laude me. That sounds dirty. But I think I squeaked my econ final. Thank fuck. Congrats. Thanks for helping me. I owe you a tasty drink. That's what I'm talking about. Love to be average. Don't forget to come roast me at the Stamping Turtle tomorrow. I've got a peek at the jokes and they are lit. Do people still say lit? Well, maybe fire your publicist for this. Wish I could go, have an announcement planned, another book perhaps. Got my grades from the year, I'm out of Caledon. Maybe next year for Krampus.
Might be a good place to wait for Moses. Better cross to the other side.
That sounds dark as well. What if he's already here?
To the Overlook, Max.
We are at the Overlook, you silly goose. Oh, take a photo of
I
that.
know Sophie would have something poetic to say about this. If only.
Got a double exposure it. I don't know how to do a good one with this. Like, all this just looks freaky.
If I didn't know what used to be here, I'd find this really beautiful.
I will definitely take a look. Knowing our taste, Beetle, it very much. Oh, I'll take a look now, in fact, because I'm curious. I was going to say, knowing our taste, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if it's something I already watched myself. It just wouldn't. And I mean that in like the nicest way possible. It's just taking a sweet time to load. I'll check on my PC. It's going to be quicker. I knew it. I knew this. The second you said it, it was going to be hats off. I've watched every single video they've done. I should have just said it straight out. I should have been like, oh, this could be hats off. I've watched everything. I'm so... What's really, really gutted me is they've taken down some videos. Because I really, really love his videos on the Three Stooges. If you haven't watched his videos on the Three Stooges, watch them. There's like 2 missing that have been taken down for some reason. But I think they're like some of the best Three Stooges documentary stuff on the whole internet. He's done a fantastic job with it. But he does, Laurel and Hardy. He's done them. He's done, like, just almost everything. The Munsters. He did the video today. I watched the one that came out today, which wasn't that good, which was on That's My Bush. The sitcom that the guys from South Park did. He did a bunch. So he did like one on Larry, one on Shemp. I can't remember what ones he did. I think he might have done one on like Curly Joe even as well, but I can't remember. I can't remember all the ones he did, but he did a bunch. But he did do one in the recent Three Stooges film because he was invited to be involved in it because the director knew he was a fan and sort of brought him along. But yeah, and he says as much. He says it's a bad film. Director obviously loved the original stuff. The cast obviously loved the original stuff. The studio just didn't allow them to sort of do what they wanted to do. It was a mess.
To go back up there.
But yeah, no, I love his videos.
Stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come? I couldn't blame him. I killed his best friend. does that say about me? That any version of me,
Well, it says the cop was
do
right.
something like that?
We had to allow Chloe to die to save Arcadia Bay. We've had to kill Safi to
He's
save
probably not coming.
whichever area this is. Caledon. But, I hadn't heard of Mockingbird Lane until the video on it. Sorry, I'll be more specific. I had heard of Mockingbird Lane, but I sort of hadn't heard anything about it, and that it was based off of the Munsters sort of universe, I guess. Yeah, he does a video on the Rob Zombie's attempt and slags it off. I bought a record when I was in Scotland last night, sitting there waiting for me, just because I didn't have the carrying capacity to bring it. But I bought the Munsters soundtrack when I was in Scotland, so it's.
Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof.
Well, as I said, like,
Something is
because of
weird
us,
about this
a
place.
taste beetle.
Look,
The second you said, "Oh, I posted a
These
link to a
flowers.
YouTube video,"
what are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of
I'm
winter?
like, yeah, it's gonna
Exactly in
be
the shape of
hats off
Safi's
entertainment,
body.
isn't it? Because of his like big
5
big
minutes in the
focus
night.
on.
Okay. So,
silent
What if I
movies as you
told
told me
you
before. Because I
this
think he did
other
bunch on like
timeline
Buster Keaton
where
and
Safi is alive,
Charlie Chaplin and stuff,
and
right?
I can travel between this
He
timeline
definitely did Three
and that one.
Stooges.
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane.
You got a poor concept of time. That wasn't a minute.
But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me, poof, disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Safi.
Nailed it.
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
This
I
is
can
like
tell you what it was when I come back. And then
How
you'll believe me?
is
Big
that the
start.
part of believing? Surely just
Okay.
her disappearing is
Okay,
enough.
deal. He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench.
I think the game just glitched.
I shouldn't leave yet.
I was trying to jump to the other timeline.
Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Yeah, surely us disappearing is enough to convince somebody. I can hop timelines.
Max? Holy shit.
I won't
Holy
believe
shit.
you unless you can tell me what I'm
Holy
doing
shit.
in that one.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Let's try this.
Psychic storm.
Psychic storm, alright. What's Grimace saying? One sec, I'll ask him. Grimace, what are you saying? I'm a giant purple butt plug. Oh, there you go. That's what he's saying. Did we hop back? Yes, we did.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said,
Psychic storm.
Machine Angel Psychic
did.
Storm.
I
Yep.
did know that, Peter. It's one of like those
That's
really
what I did.
quite cool famous facts.
I mean,
That both
Yeah.
the
Near as I can tell. Safi's
yellow-haired
death is where the timeline
American
split.
Dennis Menace and
I think
the
her
black-haired
absence
Beano
is the
Dennis
only
Menace were
difference
invented
between
basically at the same time. And hence, both are allowed to exist.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to.
You okay?
I do that too.
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
The nervous sort of finger
She
thing.
is. And she's
Don't say happy.
It's Assad's the blonde-haired one.
Be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
A bottle cap. How did you?
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. you give that to her, tell her stay safe, Max.
The bottle cap
Make her swear to it.
is a game.
I will.
If you pick up the bottle cap without realizing you pick up the bottle
But I
cap,
think she's going
you
to
have
let
to
her out.
do anything that person says.
What do you mean?
When I was a teenager, I could rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
Yeah. Turns out when you try to change the past, you don't
Sorry, I
actually fix
legitimately just
anything.
removed my belt on stream because I'm such a
Sure.
fat fuck that my belt digs into me while I'm sitting
What
down.
if the best way to fix things isn't changing your past, but rather changing your present?
How dare you bring logic to my pity party?
Damn!
Point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
I always found it weird
There's a photo
that
of you from that
Ice Cube was,
with a gun.
without a doubt, the most, like, hardened member from the rap scene in the early 90s, late 80s. Like, he was legit. And then he went on to do, like, family-friendly movies. And which is great. It's
Saying
just
that
always
could
struck me
be-
as weird.
The future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense.
I mean, I do have Chris Tucker in the background.
I was there, in the past.
He's legit from that
Salty
shot.
mentioned Maya, and oh god, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Safi,
I really like the first Friday movie bit.
and there's a timeline.
I sort
where
of feel
didn't.
like it was one of those things that could only really be done once.
I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
But I was like
Moses,
really into hip
I've
hop
been
back
here
in the day.
before.
So anything
When
that
I
was
could
like
rewind,
affiliated with hip hop, I was
it
really
broke
into.
time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here.
I still
too.
am, but not like really am. Oh, who's that? It's the cop.
Oh shit!
Okay. First look at the crime scene is incomplete.
Can he see it?
I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp.
Can he see this?
I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened?
He probably was, Beetle.
Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem.
Ah, so this is
Her mother
in
mentioned
the past.
We need to get the hell out of it.
I fucking knew it. Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
What were we gonna do?
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense? Nothing.
What we're going to do back at the scene of the crime?
Makes sense. Telescopes don't put themselves together.
We put it
Evidence
into the room.
doesn't disappear. You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield.
What have we done?
And I'm here to collect.
Oh, he can see himself. Somebody else could see themselves as well. And like had a mental breakdown as a result of it. Which, I mean, you would. Don't tell me that's the gun we use.
Help me!
How? What do we need to do?
Max, watch out!
We're gonna help him.
Max, you have to let go!
Fuck. Damn it, Moses.
Could have saved him, Moses. I could have saved him.
No, you couldn't have.
What just happened?
Listen to me, Max. This place ate a man.
My guess now.
Moses.
Wibbly wobbly timely
you're
wimey
here.
stuff. Thank you, Tenant.
I told you. There's always a cost.
It started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why you...
I know my Doctor Who stuff.
then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them.
I love-
taking their stuff.
That whole wibbly wobbly timely wimey stuff. Just because it's like such a good explanation.
When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
It was just the Doctor's way of... It was the show's way of saying it doesn't matter. Like, don't overthink it. This is fun. Like, don't try to explain it. This is great.
I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't.
I was gonna say, I'm...
And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here
I'm sure
now.
I must have told you, and I'm sure I must
I'm
have posted photos in the Discord, but if I didn't, I
alright.
will. But I went to the Doctor Who exhibit when it was here. I think it's gone now. But it was really cool to see them try to explain the whole show scientifically. They had a bunch of the props from the show. So they had, one of the TARDISes was there, a bunch of the sonic screwdrivers were there, like the proper legit ones. Some of the Daleks were there, so on and so on. But they would actually try to explain, like, this is how this all works from actual science point of view. It's a really cool exhibit. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I put it on the Discord or not, but it's just cool to see them sort of make sense of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya, and while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Sophie's book deal.
Yeah, left his door open. I got to watch him.
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
What, the Santa hat?
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
Oh, there's a time thing here. Oh, it's this fucker. The school journalist.
Hey, Loretta. Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
She's being nice to us now, but
Are you
probably
working
my
on
least
the
favorite character.
podcast? Yeah. I'm researching this really fascinating string of killings in West Germany in the late 80s. See, there was this hospital. You'll have to tune in if you want to hear the rest.
Fair enough.
I'll be sure to. Anyway, catch you later.
That was a really awkward conversation.
I can't imagine being this trusting. Don't they know there's snoops like me around? Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I just wish she'd use her powers for good.
I was curious
No
what's around here.
caffeine? This week of all weeks? I predict outright revolt before the week is out.
It's final weeks, and regrettably, we're out of the good stuff and currently only have How? I know America is not like much of a coffee place compared to a lot of the rest of the world, but I can't imagine a university running out of coffee.
My dearest Annabelle, I write to you from the front lines to inform you that the war on Christmas has been lost.
Like, it's not as it's definitely not as coffee focused as New Zealand is. New Zealand's got a big old coffee hang up. So just making sure we've ticked off everything here.
Wait, Donner and Blitzen means thunder and lightning? Who knew Santa's reindeer were so metal?
That's cool. I never knew that.
And then she didn't.
Sophie, please remember to lock the door when you finish grading. Thanks.
Dang, Sophie must be a grading machine.
Gosh. I remember grading people's university work, and it was the most horrible feeling in the world. I don't think I enjoyed being a tutor, but just the whole idea of having people's futures in your hands, you really weren't paid enough for it. I can't remember how much I was paid, but I really feel you should have been paid a shit ton more. Just because the fact that you really did control people's futures. Hey, it worked this time.
I don't recall saying good luck.
We don't have milkshake bars. We try to have a few milkshake and burger bars. We definitely got burger bars, and we got one that sort of tries to be a milkshake burger bar. This is the lecture in a nutshell. Not far off. I don't know what I was like. I wish you got the feedback, because you do provide, after the semester, you get your students to provide anonymous feedback. You you never get to see it. I only assume it's like to tell the university whether it's a good idea to hire you again or not. And I was hired again, so I guess I was good. But honestly, I have no idea what my feedback was like. I have no idea what people thought of me or anything like that. But I did fail one student. And they were just really, really awful at writing. The first assignment, I gave them a really low grade because it was really poorly written. It was like, you couldn't make sense of it. Like, legitimately, I tried reading and I was like, this makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Clearly, this was done like the night before and you were just like grabbing random sentences out of books and just hoping it made sense. So I was like, you know, C-, see me after class, basically. Did he just wrote Big Love non-stop. I was like, hopefully, like, if we chat, I can, like, point you in the right direction and you can actually make an effort of it next time. And the second assignment was just as bad. I'm like, well, fuck it. Nope, you're not passing. Like, you're putting no effort. And you just write Big Love and, I will see you soon. Chair 100. No. It's just like so shitty. I sort of went into it, I was like cocky. I was like, I'm like, fuck. This is amazing. You get to have power over people's grades and lives and stuff. And then you actually realize, like, oh shit, I get to have power over people's grades and lives and shit. This isn't good. This sucks. I was like to think that I could drop in any time period and fit in perfectly. I'm not conforming to how people thought back then. I mean, that's...
I wonder who took the time to censor Sophie's recipe. Probably not Sophie.
Oh, big fucking egg, big loss. Yeah, okay, I see.
I hardly know any of the faculty here. So, that's Lucas's son? Oh, this picture is too cute.
He looks like he's beating his son.
I'm surprised Lucas agreed to do this.
I mean, that's always been my problem. I think, again, I talked about it like one of the very first times we chatted, Beetle. I really, really liked the movie Midnight in Paris. I don't know if anybody in chat has seen it. Chris Wine and his son's stock photo. That's what it was. I wish they kept it up. Paul London, who's an absolute douchebag of a wrestler, but was pretty fucking funny. He had a YouTube channel, and he did like a video clip of like wrestlers' book reviews. So he's like reading, like he's like, oh, here's my review on the Bret Hart book. Oh, brilliant, it's amazing. And he had like a major beef with the Hardy Boys. He's like reading the Hardy Boys, was like, oh, I used to ride a bike without the seat. Disgusting. Oh, this is filth. And you can hear people in the background.
I'll bet my camera that Gwen knows something.
You can hear people in the background in the hallway talking. And he gets his Crispin White action figure. Fuck off, his son. He's got a Crispin White action figure and he opens the door into the hallway and goes, shut up out there. We're trying to film a porno. And just slams the door shut and goes back to his video. And always... Oh... Fuck. Hippie's here. Well, we're gonna have a nice stream.
Thing about Maya.
Why is Hippie here? I'm just giving you shit. How you doing, Hippie? You have arrived. We're only gonna play this for like 15 more minutes, and then we're gonna watch a couple things. We're gonna watch an episode of The Price is Right, and then we're gonna watch that hotel video I talked about last night or last morning. The Underground Hotel. You're supposed to play this? This one or the first one? Because this is the 4th game in the series? 4th game? 5th game. Shit. Life is Strange, Before the Storm, Life is Strange 2, True Colors, this one. So yeah, that's a 4th. Or am I just terrible counting? Strange, Before, 2, 3, 5. Okay, 5. I can't even count. I'm not a nerd.
To answer my questions.
Legit, did you just see me try to count there?
If we can't sit on tables, where are the cool kids expected to sit? In chairs? Like a bunch of squares?
I do like that. And of a timeline that's sitting on the table. That's kind of cool. That's a decent joke.
Meeting tomorrow. Where? What meeting? Is it endorsing meetings in general?
Audrey? I'm worried
Meeting
about
Sharing
tomorrow.
your story isn't what I'd call it. Guard your ankles.
There's a snake missing. Oh shit. How are you doing anyway, Hippie? I know I was being a dick.
Last time we
And
spoke,
if anybody deserves it, it is you.
to go out. I think she's depressed.
Well, she told me she was busy. She's probably too focused on school. What she needs
But
is
how
a
are you
friend
doing?
she can empathize with.
Someone a bit more in alignment with her intellect.
Someone who isn't droll with a stick up their ass.
Funny.
Bruv.
Got it.
Bruv.
This must be the professor Sophie TA'd for. She mentioned he liked to tear this one kid down, but failing him is harsh.
Yeah. Martin Fart.
I bet Sophie wouldn't mind me helping out one of her favorite students. Enjoy the A, my dude. I think you've earned it.
Did a trivia night, and let me guess, you failed?
You're right.
I haven't done
We should research the perfect flower to give her.
a trivia night in ages.
A black rose? Pretty morose. Happy holidays to
I
my
used to
favorite
do-
prof. I don't think a happy
You quit halfway
holidays
through.
is
I've
in the
come
cards.
close to that a few times. I'll be honest with you. I did a quiz not too long ago.
Nice.
Little hint, and this is legit. This is now proper nerd shit because I'm a record collector. My stack of records behind me. Never buy a record player like this. Stay away from these record players like these. They scratch the shit out of your records. Do not buy them. Literally took me 2 hours. Buy a CD player. I prefer records because I'm a massive fucking loser. But can you get a record player for Christmas? I don't know. Can you? You're allowed to. I'm not stopping you. It's just these ones don't balance properly, so the record like wobbles while it plays and gets scratched. I got a new record while I was away.
These questions aren't gonna.
I don't even know what this is from. I buy a lot of video game soundtracks. I have no idea what game this was, but I literally bought it because it was just like massively discounted. So it's like, fuck it. This is like now a $15 record. I'm just gonna get it. It is a game called Demon Turf. I looked at the game art, and the game's art looks great. So I'm hoping the game soundtrack is any good, but it is a nice, you can't actually tell, but it's a red, see-through red vinyl. Yeah, I just grabbed it because it was cheap. I was like, fuck it, why not? I'm gonna check that back in. What's my favorite game? I've got the tattoo of it. My favorite game of all time is an old game called Monkey Island 2. Not the first one, but the second one. Which I don't have. They've never released a soundtrack for. Just knocking stuff over now. Oops. But that's like old school point and click adventure game. I find it very, very funny, very, very clever, very good puzzles, very cool art. So I got all my Arthur books. Arthur's birthday, Arthur's teacher trouble. I'm trying to make room for my records. But another one. I heard that. Other one that I really, really like that's also sort of like tied for my first place favorite game of all time is a game called Deadly Premonition, which I did try to stream. It scared you? Brilliant. I did try to stream, but it doesn't work. It's like a stupidly broken game. Really, really buggy. Doesn't stream. But I really, really love the game, and it's both those games are sort of my number one of all time. It's a horror game, open world, that's basically Twin Peaks, the TV show. But it's really, really weird. Like, horrible music, horrible graphics, gameplay is terrible, but the story is so good. It's legitimately my number one game of all time.
Gwen should be in her office. More music I'm not cool enough to know.
I wasn't paying enough attention, so it didn't, unfortunately, spook me.
It's alive.
I was just trying to make room. I need to try to figure out what I'm doing there. In all reality, I probably should move the books there to the hallway. The weird thing is, Hippie, that's pretty much how the game's being reviewed by everybody. The game is a Guinness Book record holder for being the most polarizing game of all time because the reviews, every review of the game is either 1, it's the worst game ever made, or 10, it's the greatest game ever made. There isn't like a 6 and it's like, oh, it's a fine game, it's alright, or, you know, a 4 or whatever. It's like, oh, the game's fine. You know, if you look past the bugs, you'll enjoy it. It's either this is absolute shit or this is the most amazing game ever made. There's no in between. And I'm very much on the 10 out of 10.
A black rose? Pretty morose.
I'll find a clip of it. I'll find probably the most famous clip. Once we get a save in this.
Is that Safi's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually,
Jesus.
I need to talk to you about Safi. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Safi's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
So I've been told.
Just like me.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable.
Gonna say anything more than that?
What do you want to know?
Why you got it cancelled?
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book. Which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people. Safi included.
What?
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you?
Go on in, hippie. What is your favorite game, young woman?
How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention. Not a lot. I know they were friends.
Understatement of the year. The two of them were like
That's not an answer.
creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then
Is it
Maya
fucking...
took her own life.
You mean even right now,
That's
Diablo?
what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's
4?
death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again.
I've got the box copy of Diablo 2 in the hallway somewhere
I don't know
there.
if it was the right one,
So I go
it's one I made.
play Diablo like way back in the day.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful.
She's just gonna say she was protecting pardon me, Safi.
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing
Okay.
it would break
I just
her
assumed 4 because it's the newest one.
I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my
I gotta
agent,
say,
my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
You like nostalgia games? Final Fantasy 13 is not nostalgic. Oh, you mean just the story for it? I've never played 13. Or did I? Which one's 13? No, I did play 13. Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember which one's which now, though, because I sort of... The Final Fantasy games blur for me after 10. I literally can't remember which one's 13. 13's the... Oh. Okay, that's one I didn't like. Like, I'm not even joking. That's one I didn't like. I can't remember which one's which. I've got somewhere, and in fact, it's probably missing. I probably lost it in one of the house moves. I've got a limited edition Final Fantasy 13 soda somewhere. It definitely must have gone by now. But it comes with, it's like a soda can. There's like potion. it came with a figurine of Lightning, but fuck knows what's happened to it. I absolutely guarantee I've lost it in some sort of move. I know, I just legit forget which one was 13. I was like, oh, was 13 the one with the boy band traveling around the world?
Let me get this straight. You helped Sophie get the deal.
That's 15.
And then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
I mean, for me, that's why.
One last thing.
And Final Fantasy IX is my favorite, and that one came out when I was like
Sophie's manuscript?
Oh, part of it. Why?
16, 17, I guess.
No.
But it's my
That's
favorite.
where I draw the line.
And probably for the same reason,
I don't
nostalgic.
trust you not to dig up old graves. Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over. Huh?
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript.
Oh.
How do I get my hands on a copy?
Well, we're legit gonna leave the game there because we've got a few things to watch. We've got some Deadly Premonition clips to watch. We've got Price is Right, and we've got a hotel review, so we've got a shit ton to watch before I go fuck off and go to sleep. I just don't know how far back it's saved. That's the only problem, but I'm going to risk it. I will not be streaming next weekend. I'm away again already. Wizard 101? I'm wondering if it's... Okay, no, I don't know what it is. I just looked at it. It's one of those, like, weird free online games. There was, like, hundreds of those at the time. Like, Maple Story was the big, big one, which wasn't 3D. Oh, that's really loud. So this is Deadly Premonition. This is such an out of context scene, but it's like the most famous scene from the game. It's like the one that everybody shows because it's just so fucking weird. This is this must be the Xbox 360 one. They got re-released on PlayStation, PC, Switch.
Mrs. Olivia Cormack, I am here for Mr. Stewart's lunch.
This is all exactly how the game is. The sound quality, everything.
Yes, of course. Just a moment.
Legitly, all that was on the screen was like a list of Price is Right episodes.
The usual. 1 turkey, strawberry jam, and cereal sandwich.
Sounds like the sinner's sandwich. Self-inflicted punishment to
That's the guy you play in the game.
sins. He's setting an example.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, you should try this wonderful lunch. It's more than a delicious, tasty crunch. So says Mr. Stewart.
No, that's fine. I've just ordered my own lunch.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, that is, Mr. Stewart's order is delicious, I should mention. And Mr. Nick Cormack is a genius for creating this perfection. So says Mr. Stewart.
Still, I have a hunch I might not like it. You sure that sandwich is that good?
Just the way they move as well.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, making decisions based on intuitions is always a sign of bad FBI agents. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, you're right. I'll give it a try.
That would took no convincing.
I can't believe it. This is fantastic. It's really good. Olivia, I'm sorry, but can I change my order? I'll have what Harry's having.
Such a weird cutscene.
Nick and Diane.
But this is legit my favorite game.
Make the perfect couple, do they?
Ever.
Is it widely known that they go drinking together, just the two of them?
To be honest, I don't pay attention to these things.
Not into local gossip?
Well, when I moved here, I was still in high school, and I kept wearing the same wild
Cereal and
clothes
jam,
in
you
high
can agree
school
with
in
Cool
Seattle.
Turkey?
I was young.
Well,
back then.
as he says, apparently it's called the Sinner's Sandwich. It's a sandwich that's so bad, it's meant to punish your stomach so you can atone for your sins, which does get explained later in the game. As I said, the game's story, even though you get these weird scenes, and this is not the only weird scene, there's like tons and tons of really weird scenes. Like there's one part in the game where you've got to look for a key with a gray squirrel key ring, and your guys like you like find keys. You find keys all around the police station, and you show it to the guy. He's like, "Oh, this is not a gray squirrel. This is a brown squirrel." And you give him that. He's like, "Ooh, close, but this is actually a gray flying squirrel. It's different, you see." It's like the whole quest is trying to find the right key. That's fucking like it's just so weird.
And before I
But
knew it,
legitimately,
there
the
were
story's
rumors all over the
absolutely
school.
amazing.
She'll screw anyone. That's what they said. Totally unfounded, of course. Anyway, after that, I just sort of chose not to really trust gossip.
You can buy.
I get where you're coming from.
So one of the things I also like about this game, I'm just going to pause again for a second, is it's like open world, and it's like got a day and night cycle, and you also have to eat food, otherwise you starve to death. You have to sleep. You have to shower, otherwise you smell bad and people don't want to talk to you. You have to change your outfit. You can choose to shave or not. If you don't shave, your beard grows. And obviously they chose not to shave there. So it's got all these like real life things. But like after this cutscene, you can buy the Sinner's Sandwich at any time. It's like the most powerful sandwich in the game. It fills up your like food meter, fills up your health meter, fills up your sprint meter. It's like the best food in the whole game.
When I was in high school.
You? A punk rocker?
And it's open world, you can go anywhere at any time. There's multiple quests.
People rejected me just because of what I wore. I was young back then too.
You can tackle the game any sort of way you want to. It's really well made.
And you laugh?
But just plays like shit.
No makeup on, dressed in uniform, eating a steak for lunch.
There you go. That's the whole clip. But I love the game. The game's about you're an FBI agent. It's basically a story of Twin Peaks. You're an FBI agent who's been sent to a small town after a woman was brutally murdered. And you've got to figure out who did it, obviously. Have I played Heavy Rain? Yes. In fact, I'm just replaying Detroit Become Human now. It's quite similar to Heavy Rain. I would say it's a good comparison. You've been FBI agents sent to a small town, investigate the murder of this woman, and you investigate her body. You finally investigate her body, and it's got a red seed in its mouth. And you go, I've been looking for this guy for years. He's been killing people up and down America, and every time he kills somebody, he puts a red seed in the person's mouth. It's like this big story, and as it goes on, more people get murdered, and you've got to try to figure out who the killer is. But it's also got horror elements, like every so often the world will go dark, and there's a killer who chases you, who's like a big trench coat, and zombies that attack you. It's really, really strange. But as I say, I can't help but love the game. Really, really cool story, and it's like really compelling to try and find out who the killer is. And why, I guess, as well. It's not just like just finding out who the killer is, but also the why behind it. Very fun game. But as I say, for some reason, the PC version at least won't stream. Like when I try to stream it, the problem is when you drive your car, it just plays the car engine sound like really loud and nothing else. And it's just like, oh, okay. So I want to stream it again at some point with the Switch version. Because I've got the PC version, I've got the PlayStation version, I've got the Xbox version, I've got the Switch version, and I've got the board game. It's legitimately my favorite game ever. But it's a really long game as well. So if I ever go back to it, it's going to like take up a massive chunk of time.
The Price is Right. Presented by...
So as I say, it's open world, so it's like it's just a massive world. There's so much to do in it. Getting you an Xbox for Christmas? No. You'll like your PlayStation 2 and deal with it. We better change ourselves to just chatting. In case somebody joins and goes, where the fuck is Life is Strange?
Welcome to The Price is Right. We are happy to have all of you along with us. Hang on, we're going to be showing you a brand new showcase, one I'm sure is going to interest you. Right now, let's do what we always do and go over here, say hello to the bargain hunters. Here is our current champion, Mrs. Rosemary Gibbons, a housewife from Toledo, Ohio. This is her second
Hey,
week
Viva!
for
Long time no see. Good to see you.
$9,750 worth of merchandise, and welcome back. Rosemary, is
We're
your
back
husband,
watching
back
some
at the show with you this week?
Price is Right.
isn't Bill. He's home taking care of Jerry and Ricky.
Who are they?
They're my two wonderful boys.
Uh-huh.
And my mother and I flew to New York, and we have never flown before. We had a wonderful time.
Contradiction's fantastic. Actually, Contradiction is a good recommendation for you, Hippie, because it's made by the same team that did that horror game you play with in the hotel. It's very, very different, but it's the same company made the game. And in fact, it has the same cast as the guy who plays the killer in that game is also in Contradiction. But yeah, it's just a straight up like story game rather than like running around and be chased and killed. But it is the same company, similar style where it's all like real life video, but just a straight murder mystery. Again, you're a police officer sent to a small town, a girl's been murdered, you've got 12 hours to solve the murder, and the whole concept for it is you interview people and you've got to find the contradictions, hence the name. So they say, I was at home at the time of the murder, and you'd be like, but this receipt from the store says you were actually at the store at the time of the murder. It's that shit. All that sort of shit.
It's fast enough, and away you go. Let's say hello to Mr. John Jensen, a chef from Des Plaines, Illinois. Is that right? Des Plaines? Des Plaines. Pronounce all the S's. Well, I'm Ari. What brings you to New York, Mr. Jensen?
I'm on vacation, Bill.
That was a really good joke, and no one reacted to it.
Time of the year.
Uh-huh.
And there's a good chance for us to get out on the East Coast and visit friends.
Glad you could make it. Here's Mrs. Lee Cohen,
And
a
yes,
housewife from
baby, you
Cleveland,
cannot
Ohio.
go wrong with some Bill Cullen.
Yes, I do.
love
I have 3 children.
Bill Cullen's
who are
my boy.
watching, Debbie and Larry, and the baby's only 8 months, sleeping, I hope.
He's watching another network.
She.
Mr. Rodney Ashbaugh, a student from from Gainesville, Florida. Where do you go to school, Rodney?
I go to the University of Florida. I'm a pharmacy student there. My wife's helping me put me through school, so I hope I get there.
I hope you do.
Well,
too.
gosh,
Can't
your
beat a
wife's
deal
the
like that,
breadwinner.
Right. Well,
It
before
sounded
we start
good
the
on
game,
that.
I'd like to give each of you a
In the
wonderful
60s.
gift from Weaver Brothers, a full year's supply of Dove. And there's Tony Wallace with it right there. There you are for all of you. Now then, let's play The Price is Right. I'll run down quickly how it works. You
Bill
bid for
Cullen's the
merchandise we
host in
present.
this.
Go as high as you like, stop wherever you like.
He's like one of the most famous game show hosts of all time. And he famously / almost not famously, I guess, he had polio, so he can't walk properly. But he's like a very, very good host. And I like legitimately unironically love him. He's like
Goes
so
the person who bids
good.
the highest without going over the retail price. Try not to go over it.
But he's
Big
original
winner,
host
end
of
the
Price is
show,
Right, plus
comes
a ton
back
of other
again
shows.
Next week takes on 3 new challenges. Understood? Okay, let's see where we start. Now, we want you to watch the draperies to your immediate left while Don Pardo
Oh,
tells you
bless you,
all
Beetle.
about our
Always
first
love
item
you.
going up for bids.
Yeah, we'll be
on The Price is
finishing
Right.
basically in time before you go to
A
work.
pair of relaxer beds. These versatile beds are standard twin size, complete with vinyl covered.
These are going to be
bouquet
really
bed.
boring prizes this episode,
Each
aren't they?
bed has an electric control to put it in any position desired.
Yeah, he's
The head of the
hosted.
bed
He's
may
got
be
the
raised
most
all the
game
way
show
to a
hosts
sitting
of
position,
anybody ever.
Or the foot of the bed
Plus
may be
he
raised
was on
for a
panels as
slant
well.
forward position. And when both the head and the foot of the bed are raised, their position
Oh, of
forms
course, he was talking about
chair
you.
belong. Price authorities.
The bed that goes up is pretty. I mean, you're
Sedgwick
not
Furniture
wrong.
Corporation, New York.
Isn't that nice?
To be
And if you
fair,
ever
I
see it,
would
it throws
love
you out
a
the
bed
window.
like that.
We're going to start with you, Miss Gibbons. Begin anywhere you want, and we'll talk about minimums a little later. You go ahead and start. You're bidding for
I'll
the
just
2 bids
stream
now, none of
straight
that
from the
other
bed.
stuff up there.
Oh, I'll say 150.
Minimums are going to be $25, Mr. Jensen. You may go over that if you'd like.
I'll go 175.
Mrs. Cohen, to you.
I'll bid
I'm
200.
never getting out of bed
Even
again.
200
I'm
to
just
Mr.
staying here.
Ashbaugh.
250.
So our range is 150 to 250. Mrs. Gibbons, we're back to you.
300.
300, Mr. Jensen, up and at 50.
325.
Mrs. Cohen, you are at $200.
I'll bid 350.
Mr. Ashbaugh, you are 250. Top is 350.
I was going to comment on that bed.
Okay.
That beds are separate.
This is your last bid, right down the line.
It's the
now.
whole
Mrs.
thing of
Gibbons,
like,
you are 300. Top is
and this is not the only
375.
time they've
You
had
get
this
another chance.
multiple times where the prizes are the 2 separate beds,
Fine. Mr. Jensen, you're 3 1/4. Your last chance.
where you just can't even like have a prize that infers
Mrs. Cohen, you're 350.
a husband and wife sleep together. Like, what do you technically do with this if you win it, right?
Mr. Ashbaugh, you were 375.
Because surely
top
you
4 1/4,
did sleep
and
with
this
your
is
wife.
the final bid of the game, if you make it.
Or husband or whatever.
I have to go how much over,
At
Bill?
least 25 over 4 1/4.
4.5.
Okay.
But they
it's
had the
done.
other one that
Here
one of
are
the
bids.
prizes
From left to right.
is
425, 325, 350.
2 beds that were like
and
side by
450.
side.
Over
So
there
like top and
are your
tail, and there's like
relaxer bids, and here's the
bookcase in
actual
between
retail
them.
price. You be patient while I
It's
get
like,
the
what, again, what do you do with that?
Actual retail price is $717.90. Mr. Ashbaugh, the pharmacy student. All right, pass that along to Mr. Ashbaugh. $717.90.
Come on, give him a bonus. Yes.
Now, Mr. Ashbaugh, you have a bonus, as you can tell by the bell. Now, to help you get to sleep, you can, if you like, count sheep. You know that, don't you?
I don't like to, though.
You don't like to? All right.
What are they going to
We're
give
going to
him?
give you
Whiskey.
1,000 sheep. But, all right, then, you can count money. I'll tell you, if you don't like to count sheep, we will give you $1,000 if you now stay awake and earn it. You all ready for
What's the
$1,000?
How do I stay awake?
Oh, you just... You mean the show's that bad? I mean, right now. You have to,
right now?
Right now, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't have to stay awake at home. That's your own
Okay.
business. All right. Now, you watch very carefully.
So you're just going to have to count how many times they pass?
Now, these are the Martin brothers. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming over. That is Santos Martin over there, and this is his brother, Joe Martin, next to me. Now, Joe is holding one pin that has
This
a
isn't the only
black
hard
X
part
on
with
Can
it,
you show
Hippie.
that, please, to the camera? And
So
also
far,
to
this
Mr.
prize is
Ashbaugh. See
normal.
that? Only one of the 6 has a black X on it. Now, all the other pins, no X. All you have to do is follow the act very closely now and tell me which one of the Martin Brothers ends up holding the pin with the black X on it. Now, this is it right here. Now, don't take your eyes off it. And if you do
Six
this
Club
successfully,
Monty.
if you guess
But
which
the
one
X
has
is
it,
so
you get
tiny
the
with this as
$1,000.
well.
You ready?
So it's
Stand
going
by.
to be really hard to sort of like I've already lost track of it. I mean, the camera's not going to help. But this is like legit just like 50-50.
You had your eye on it all the time, huh? You think you know which one of the two fellas has it, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you're a better man than I am.
He's
So
cooked.
don't be
I would
trying-
just go with the
Which
original.
one of the
They
two
never
fellas
threw
do you
it.
think has the pin with the X on?
Joe.
You say right here.
Right.
Now,
That'd
wait
be
a
my
minute now.
guess.
All right.
I'll go. The
The
lad never
audience
chucked
applaud.
it. He
Audience,
chucked the
how
other ones,
many
but never
of you
chucked
agree?
the
How many
X
think
one.
Joe has it? How many think Santos over here has it?
No.
There are some.
No.
All right, Joe, do you have the, or do you even know? Do you have to look too?
Yeah, he's got it.
Yes. Take a look. This is the pin with the X on it. There you are.
I was wondering if it was like a fix where it's like he never threw the X one.
Juggling into the distance. You have the $1,000. Congratulations to you. Our bid
No,
is
he just hit a pick.
instantaneously
Yeah,
recorded
it's a
on our
50-50
Cook
shot.
machines, furnished by the American Totalizator Company, a subsidiary of Universal Control Incorporated. I couldn't see that. We'll have another
So he's
prize
won
in a moment,
some
but you know,
bids.
from coast to coast, families
Two
everywhere are
bids.
making this great discovery.
And $1,000.
Are you one of them?
In Chicago, where good eating is one of the great pleasures, more and
some
more families
advertisements.
are finding out for themselves why only Imperial is unconditionally guaranteed to taste like the 70-cent spread, yet cost so much less. Here's why. Imperial is not
This is
only
why.
made to have the same delicate flavor as the 70-cent spread, it melts the same delicious
Melts
way
the
too.
same as 70-cent
Where the
spread.
full flavor and aroma of any spread can be released only if it melts properly. You can see for yourself.
Remember that.
Imperial here, the 70-cent spread here. See, they melt the
70
same,
cent
they
spread.
taste the same, because the way Imperial melts releases that wonderful taste you love.
Looks so yummy and so
Only
unhealthy.
Imperial is
Right.
unconditionally guaranteed to taste like the 70-cent spread, yet cost so much
Did
less.
I watch Jake
Like
Paul
the
and Tyson
70-cent
fight?
spread,
No.
You'll keep Imperial
I
refrigerated.
watched leading up
Discover
to it.
why, all over America, Imperial is such a great favorite.
Okay, we have.
I don't know
one.
why
Men are gonna
have
like this. I don't mean the
stretch
men
as a
aren't going to like it, but the
command.
ladies are going to get an extra
It's like, who
special
really
kick.
wants-
Watch the same draperies where
Want
the
to be
beds
properly
were.
stretched.
Here's our next item going up for bids.
A mink stove. Yes, a fabulous design from the studio of famed Schiaparelli. It's
I'm trying to see if I can
luxurious
crack my
natural
back.
embotourmaline mink
To, like,
in
make it
dramatic
properly
straight
worth it.
contoured styling,
Get it
reaching
proper.
down to the knees.
This is gonna be
designed
really
with
expensive, by the way.
attractive pleated effect in front, and will wrap you in its glamorous
This is going to blow your mind
expanse
how
of
expensive it
exotic
is. I
mink
guarantee it.
If the price is right. Price Authority, Schiaparelli
I'm going to stand up.
New York.
I'll do it. I'm going to see if I can pop my
There's never been a
back.
desktop like that in television. We're going to begin with Mr. Jensen. We will have minimums, but we'll discuss those later. Mr. Jensen,
Beautiful.
starting.
I don't know if you could pick that up on a mic, but it did pop.
$350. Minimums are going to be $100, Mrs. Cohn. You may go higher than that if you'd like.
$450.
Mr. Ashbaugh, $450.
$550.
That'd be nice to give it to that wife of yours.
It sure would. She could use it.
wouldn't it? Miss Gibbons, $550 to you.
I'm trying to see if I can like get the.
800.
Up to $800, Mr. Jensen.
I go to a
You
chiropractor.
900, he says, without betting the mink. How about you?
1,000.
1,000, Mr. Ashbaugh.
1,200.
I haven't seen Imperial in
1,200
ages,
even
baby.
up there. Miss Gibbons, you're at 8.
1,300.
Mr. Jensen
They
is
used to have
13.
Imperial soap here.
14. 14, Mrs. Cohn. You're 1,000.
True.
15.
I properly understood your comment, but I
Mr.
haven't seen
Ashbaugh, you're
Imperial
at
soap
12. Top
in
is 15.
ages.
This would be your final bid if you make it.
Main reason a lot of episodes.
1,800, Bill.
True.
Mrs. Gibbons,
I didn't think about the
18
whole
to you,
beer
you're
thing.
13, your last bid.
2,000.
Mr. Jensen, 14 to you. You're 14, 2,000.
No, I didn't watch the Tyson Paul fight. I watched up to it, and then I just sort of turned it on. So like,
I'll freeze.
And
it was
the game
always
is
going to be
over. Okay,
fake.
done. The bids from left to right are $2,000.
Like I think all of the Paul
$1,500
fights so far have been
and
fake.
$1,800. Directly in front of you is your
So it
mink
just
stove
kind
by
of pissed me off
Schiaparelli.
of it.
And directly in front of me is the envelope with the actual retail price ticket in. Hang on while I look at it. Actual.
You watched it at Dave
retail
and
price,
Buster's?
$3,200. Mrs. Gibbons, it's a
$3,200 for that shawl.
There you are. Isn't that pretty?
Keep in mind that this is in 1950s, 1960s dollars. 1960, in fact, this is right there. So everything is 10 times the value. So that is equivalent of $30,000.
You got it. Now, you folks at home get set.
Kind of a
because here it
stress
comes,
when
your turn to bid at home.
goes to Netflix
Tonight,
in
as
January.
we told you, we're introducing a brand new, exciting showcase. You take a
Yeah,
good look at
I
the
think it's
seven
a stress
fabulous
test
items that go to
for
make up the showcase, because
Netflix, not just to do
everything you're
war,
about to
but
see can be yours if you
potentially
make the
move
right
to a
bid. Are you
bunch
ready?
of other sporting
All right,
things.
then, this is what
I
you're
mean,
bidding
hell, they
for
could even try
in
to
the
pick up
spring
like
showcase.
NFL or something. I don't think they'd get the Super Bowl, but maybe some NFL.
The 25-foot
They're in the NFL on Christmas. I think they'll go to try to get more on,
Salisbury, Maryland.
and maybe
Designed
NBA
with a spacious flush deck
and
cockpit,
other stuff. They'll try to
full
grasp
with
as
sun
much sporting
lounge,
events as they can.
Custom upholstered foam cushions and chrome and mahogany ship's wheel.
It's weird because these ones are,
Is
again,
equipped with a
the boat's a big
185
prize.
horsepower V8 engine. Now let's look inside. Its
Um,
5 has a dinette, ice
$5, final
and
answer.
stove. You'll travel
This
in this
is
mobile home, the Montclair model with side
Oh, is
by
this
Richardson
the-
Homes Corporation, Elkhart, Indiana, measuring 50
This isn't
feet
the
long and 10 feet
round.
wide, heated and completely furnished.
I was gonna
The
say this is
terrace
the round,
living
but no,
room
this is-
decorator furnished,
this
and the
is,
modern kitchen is
prize
equipped
we
with
can
colored
win.
appliances and natural wood cabinets. There's a middle bedroom and full bathroom, plus a master bedroom with double wardrobe and mirrored vanity.
This is the prize
And it has the
for
following
people watching at
optional
home.
equipment: storm windows, automatic washer, occasional chair, wall-to-wall carpeting, and wiring. To hold spring flowers, this beautiful imported cut glass
All of
vase,
this you can win at home.
cranberry-colored, hand-cut and
They do
blown.
this once a month.
Next,
If
a
you
Raleigh bicycle. The
guess it
Lenton
right,
Grand-
you got to guess everything right. So you get everything total. If you get it right, you win all of that. Plus, you get to go on the show.
And Free model equipped with 8
We won't
speed
find out what the
Benelux
price
gears
is.
and imported from England by
Unless this
Raleigh
is the last
Industries of
episode.
America, Boston, Massachusetts. Mow your lawn with this Acco Deluxe 20-inch rotary power
But I think this
mower,
is obviously,
equipped with a Dynapack premium
introduction
engine,
to the new
self-starter
showcase.
and handle which folds onto the deck for easy storage and transportation, made by Acco Power Products division of the American Chain and Cable Company Incorporated. Next, a sterling silver jewel case with 36 precious
feels
and semi-precious
so
jewels,
real
stars set on the lid,
shit.
totaling approximately 14
All the
and a
prizes
half
they've got
carats,
later
and
on
lined
in the
velvet
series.
with a jewel tray inside.
Or in other episodes.
And take a jet trip to Rome.
Okay, there you go.
You and another person you choose will fly by way of Sabina Belgian World
See ya.
Airlines aboard an
See ya.
intercontinental blowing jet, enjoying gracious service and continental cuisine. Round trip for 2, deluxe first
Thank God
class
she's
service,
gone.
only
Guys,
6
we can all talk
3/4
now.
hours non-stop from New York to Rome. All of the prizes in the
It's had
spring
fun now,
showcase will be
Jesus.
yours if the price is right.
Now then, everybody, thank you for your patience letting us get finished with the business.
Look at
Watch
Gibbons
the
just
turntable,
showing off of his
and
show.
here's our next item going up for bids on The Price is Right.
An
My
impressive
mink.
hut.
Oh.
A magnificent two-piece design in Pennsylvania Dutch cupboard styling, measuring 8 feet wide and almost 7 feet high. The top section
The
has
prizes
4
for this
double
episode
glass doors set in
have
hand-leaded
legitimately been a bit
frames
shit.
above, charming spice drawers. The base contains 4 silver
Unfortunately,
storage drawers with
not a good
cabinet space
episode.
below. It's beautifully constructed of solid native pine, hand-finished and hand-rubbed with brass hardware. Price Authority Miracle Americana Incorporated, New York.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Don. This is
I'm hoping
going
we
to
get
be
something
a
good.
one-bid item. You are bidding for the hutch alone, none of the accoutrements thereon. We start with number 3. That is you, Mrs. Cone. I'll give you
I
a
think
little more
it's the
thinking time
Still
because,
Beetle
you know,
is
you
the
have to
best
start.
joke you've ever
One bid
made.
and one
It
bid
was
only.
so
Come as close as
well.
you can without going over. Okay, Mrs. Cone.
So well crafted and so well timed.
I'll bid $500.
Now, Mr. Ashboy, it's a one-bid item, so
I was
that means
talking
you may
about
go over,
how
under, anywhere. Only get one bid.
Spider wouldn't exist again, but it went out of
$790,
business and then somebody bought it.
Mrs. Gibbons, the bids are
I think it went out of business like 1962 or something, so like
$8.50, Bill.
the Price is Right's probably responsible for it going out of business. And you just pipe in and go, yes, you can say they, I guess you can say they spiraled out of control.
On a
It's
one-bid
like,
item, we have 850, 851, 500,
Bravo.
and 790. Here's your break
Bravo.
front directly in front of you, and in here is the actual retail price. Do some hoping now while I get to it. Actual.
like so well crafted and
$1,500, Mr. Jensen. It belongs to you.
$1,500, shit.
Congratulations.
Way more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
You're welcome. $1,500. Bonus.
The bonus as well.
Well, now, Mr.
It's almost like
Jensen, didn't you say
so
you were
good
a chef or a cook?
both an obvious
you're
joke
gonna
and
enjoy
not.
This bonus. When they deliver your hutch, keep the door open because right behind it will
It's
be
also
this
what I
bonus,
like about
a
this,
snack
Beaver.
bar. Bring it on, Jim, Tony, and Gail. This is by Dwyer Products in dark walnut finish with red laminated plastic bar
Well,
top.
'cause-
Now watch. We're going to turn it around to reveal.
Yeah, these reactions are natural. Like this is,
Completely equipped bar kitchen.
you
Isn't that
know,
lovely?
very,
Now,
very
that's a
early in the
large
TV
sink,
era.
An electric range top, a refrigerator.
Like if you even
oven,
look at the
and storage
set,
space. Look at all that. That's all
there's
you
nothing to the
Now,
set.
Being a cook, if you throw
It's
a
obviously
big
an
dinner
empty
party,
stage.
Try this bonus. Watch the turntable.
The
It is an indoor
places that they're set at probably will wheeled on, wheeled off.
This is the Barbecue King, a completely automatic design that cooks with light and has a capacity for 36 chickens
What
at
the
one
hell?
time, or 6 turkeys, or 12 hams. It's made of weatherproof aluminum, has a
Just such
thermostatically
crazy
controlled
prices.
food warmer below, and is
Like
designed
my
by
point is like
Barbecue
it's just
King
so
Sales Company,
basic. There's not
Greenville,
like
South Carolina.
now we
It
got
is
these
yours.
extreme sets with lights and built specifically for the
All
show.
you folks in the audience heard that.
So
and,
everything
Mr.
becomes
Jensen just
artificial. This
invited
is
you all
like
over to his house for
as
dinner.
natural as
So
can be.
enjoy. Household
Curtains,
goods on the Price is Right are delivered by Allied Van Lines, movers all over the
half-ass
world
made
who treat your possessions with expert care.
panel set
Now,
thing.
we'll have an exciting
And
climax
that's
to
it.
our shopping spree in a moment.
Done.
But now here's a word of advice on the subject of softer,
It isn't
smoother-looking skin.
finished.
Watch.
You're right.
Your skin can be as
Oh, we got
smooth
ad for
and
Dove.
lovely as a reflection in still water, or as dry and rough as a dried-up riverbed. It all depends on you. You may not realize it, but all soaps can dry and irritate your skin. That's why you should stop using soap and start using Dove. Dove is an entirely new formulation. Dove is one-quarter cleansing cream.
This
It
is just
creams
so,
your skin
so
while you wash. That's why
basic
Dove
and
can't dry
natural
your
and
skin as
real.
all
I
soaps
love it.
can. Dove
It's what pulled me
also
into
contains a
watching these,
combination of
not just
ingredients
this,
that
but
gives it the scientific mildness rating
beat the
of
clock as well.
pH7. Perfect mildness. Dove is completely free of alkali. Dove can't irritate your skin as all soaps can. And look, Dove is sculptured to fit your hand. Dove makes the everyday act of washing good for your skin. Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Creams my skin.
Okay. Well, we have reached that point for a final item. And I think you're all going to enjoy this because it's a rather fabulous item. Something I can guarantee I'd like to own, and I'm sure you would too. Watch
got a
very
final
carefully.
prize.
Actually, the place to watch is directly behind you, and listen carefully to Don Pardo's description. Here we go.
A home in Florida.
This is what we were talking about last night.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, 7-0 model home on an estate-sized 97 by 125 foot, completely landscaped home site with curved driveway, carport, utility room, and rear patio. It's located at Cape Coral, the
Yes,
modern new
there you
waterfront city
go.
on Florida's
I
beautiful
think Pete
west
guessed
coast.
it.
This aerial view shows
Last
some of
night.
Cape Coral's miles
So
of
this-
wide navigable waterways, and this section of Cape Coral is where the home is located. A choice corner of block
This is their
45,
first swimming pool. The whole thing is
blocks
a
1
swimming
and 2.
pool.
The living room is spacious, light and airy with sliding glass walls that lead off to your patio, to your dining room, and to this modern all-electric kitchen.
Oh,
with
apparently
built-in
it's
oven
not
and range,
now.
Delmar cabinets and molded
But,
Formica
you know,
countertops. This huge
For those that were here, we were talking about somebody won a house yesterday, which actually was in a good location this time, or that time rather. But I looked up these houses, and shortly after the show ran, all these houses like sank. Like it's all built on reclaimed land, so land that came up during the earthquake. It's built on a swamp. So you won the house, you got there, another earthquake happened, and the house went whoop back underwater. But apparently, like last year, the year before, suddenly this place has become really, really desirable again, and all of the houses and all the land there is just like shot up in value. It was worth nothing because it was all sunken into a swamp, and all of a sudden it's like, again, they're all multi-million-dollar homes, like just overnight. Cape, one sec.
Some of Cape 25-foot,
Oh, you just about
completely
said.
landscaped home site with curved driveway, carport, utility room, and rear patio. It's located at Cape Coral,
Cape
the
Coral.
new waterfront city on Florida's beautiful west coast. This aerial
So,
view
yeah,
shows some of Cape
all
Coral's
disappeared.
miles of wide navigable
It didn't have
waterways.
electricity
And
for
this
like
section of
years.
Cape Coral is where the home is located. A choice corner of Block 45,
And
Blocks
then
1 and 2. The living
it's
room
now
is
become a
spacious,
very
wide and
desirable
airy with
place. You got
sliding
family on the
glass
East
walls
Coast.
that lead off to your
Yeah.
patio, to your dining room.
I
and
forgot
this
that you're
modern all-electric
from the
kitchen
area,
with built-in oven and
Viva.
range. Del Mar
But yeah,
cabinets
apparently all
with
this stuff is like
Formica
really,
countertops.
really valuable
This
again.
huge breeze-conditioned master bedroom has sliding
I don't know if
door
it still
closets
is. It might
and
have
tilted
dropped
master bath. In all, the Seminole
suddenly
home
again as
encompasses
well.
1,684 square feet of gracious living space on over 12,000 square feet
I
of
think
luxury
Ed,
green front and back lawns. Price Authority, Gulf Guaranteed
Everybody's
Land and Title
insurance.
Company, Cape
You
Coral,
really, really
Florida.
hope so, right?
Somebody's going to be
And
living
welcome
it up.
back, Happy.
Well, now we're going to ask for an
No,
opening
I was
bid of
pretending
at least
to ignore you.
$5,000. You may, if you want, open higher than that. That's
You like how they're
your own
using
affair. We
overhead
start
projector
with
reels? I
position
like that it's
number
got the
4, Mr. Ashbaugh on
tick
the right.
effects
Bill, I have to
when they've
have
gone
that. I'm gonna
clicking
live
the
there no
slides
matter
through.
what. All right.
Now it's obviously like
I'll start at
computer, and it's just like
7,000.
If you don't
moves
win it, maybe you can win it from the
naturally.
one who does.
I'll try.
Moves properly. It's like
7,000 minimum
flips.
bids, $100 more, of
And
course,
that's
if
like
you'd like, Mrs. Gibbons.
9,000.
Mr. Jensen, it's $9,000 to you, sir.
I'll go 12,000.
$12,000.
I've been
Mrs.
really
Cohen.
tempted a
may I
bunch of
ask,
times
is
to
that free?
buy
No.
Or
an
unfurnished?
old school
No, it is not.
projector.
Unfurnished.
What was the last
I
bid?
keep seeing them in
Last
like
bid is
second-hand
$12,000.
stores. I'm always like going, oh shit, should I buy it?
15,000.
Okay, there are such things as an electric oven and range and kitchen cabinets, but no furniture per se. Now, the minimums are only $100. You don't have to go too much over it. Mr. Ashbaugh, you're 7. Top is $15,000.
So no beds,
1,700,
chairs,
Bill.
tables, but
1,700.
No, you don't mean that.
The appliances
Because
included.
$15,000 is all.
It's 15 now?
15,000 already, yes.
17,000. then.
17,000. All right, the range is from 9,000 to 17,000.
Everyone in the audience is,
Mr.
like,
Gibbons,
pissed
we come
off.
down to you.
20,000, Bill.
$20,000. Okay.
I think everybody in the
Range is now
audience is
from
like, you
12
go
to 20.
way
Mr.
too high
Jensen,
for
what do you
that.
say about it?
$20,000 for the house? What the hell is wrong with you?
Does this include the lot? Oh, yes, the lot is there with it, yeah.
20,100.
$20,100 is bid. Okay.
It sounds like I
Mr.
think they've all overbidded. The audience are going nuts.
And they're not always right.
21,000, Bill.
21,000.
How could you not listen to the
Mr.
audience?
Ashbaugh, you are 17,000. Top is
Everybody's
21,000.
shouting freeze.
I'll freeze, Bill.
Done. Well, you got a lot of people who think you're right, I'll tell you. Mrs. Gibbons,
I think
you are
they've all gone
20,000.
over.
Top is 21,000. This is your last bid.
It's a house in the
I'll say
60s.
22,
It
Bill.
probably was
Mr.
like
Jensen, you are $20,100.
10,000,
Top
that's
is
it.
22,000. This is your last bid. One after you.
23,500.
Mrs. Cohn, you have
Why are
if
you
want
still
to use
going
it, the
higher?
last bid in the game. 23.5 is top. You are 21.
I'll freeze, Bill.
Done. Bidding's over. All done. All right, the bids then from left to right read like this. $22,000.
Everybody in the audience is
$23,500,
screaming at you.
$21,000 and a
you're
low
like,
bid
nah.
of $17,000 from Mr. Ashbaugh. Behind you, a picture of your home in Cape Coral.
I mean,
In
granted,
front
the
of me,
audience isn't
the
always going to be
envelope
right,
with the
but
actual retail price.
you were 12 in 1960? You would have been old enough to own a house
Actual
then.
retail price, $16,000.
They all overbid. I knew it.
$7. You all overbid, and Mr. Ashbaugh, you overbid by a very tiny margin.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It stays. Take it, look at it, pass it down, give everybody a look. 16,807. You only missed by 193, Mr. Ashbaugh. We'll have the final scores and the name of
That
the big winner
must
as
suck.
soon as our tabulation is done. But right now, here's a message from Lever Brothers Company, makers of Whisk liquid detergent for all your
Imagine,
family.
like, going, oh, you could own a home.
It's Lever Brothers' $100,000
You bid it
Save
wrong,
and Win
you
sweepstakes
idiot.
with 3 first prize bank accounts of $10,000. 5 second prize
Imagine winning a
bank accounts
$10,000
of
bank account, or even a
$5,000.
$5,000
Over
bank account.
1,000 lucky families will share $100,000 in prizes. Details are coming your way now, along with coupons like this one, to save you money on Whisk,
The fact that you could
concentrated
win
liquid detergent for all the family wash. Whisk
enough
gets your
to buy a
complete
house.
wash completely clean, and that means everything you wash. Because Whisk is a concentrated liquid,
crazy.
it goes to work instantly, even on those extra soiled clothes. Penetrates
Extra
to quickly
soiled
lift
clothes?
out
I didn't know
even
about
deep
my
dirt as no powder can. And Whisk is safe for everything from party clothes to work clothes. Get concentrated liquid Whisk with this money-saving coupon.
Well, we know who won.
Okay, time for the final
It's,
accounting. Don Pardo, what are
the
scores?
woman again,
Right, Bill.
Gibbons.
Mrs. Gibbons has won the stole for a total of $3,200. Mr. Jensen has won the break front, the snack bar, and the barbecue king for a total of $3,528.
Oh, no, Jensen won.
Mrs. Cohen, we're sorry that you didn't win anything, but we have for you a 20-volume set of the World Book Encyclopedia in the deluxe aristocrat binding. Congratulations to you.
You
And
won.
Mr. Ashford
Congrats, you
has
won
the
books.
beds and the $1,000 for a total of $1,717. Bill, who is it, please?
New winner is Mr. Jensen. He'll go on to next week to waste all of his money. We are gonna watch now. And I saw you joke, Beetle. I was trying to think of a way to like craft that joke, workshop it together. Nice. So just looking for an episode to have like next stream, which is going to be ages away. In all fairness. And we're going to watch the Walk With Me Tim hotel review, which means we're going to get lots of ads. But when I was mentioning last night, do I know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is? No idea, but I do just happened like big behinds, and I've got the inability to lie.
Go underground.
Of course I know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is.
1,375
What the
feet
fuck are you on
underground to be
about?
exact. This is one deep hole.
Does anyone not know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is?
Going up, you've got I don't know how many floors going down. It goes miles that way, and it goes miles that way.
Goes miles.
Miles.
This is the world's deepest hotel room. Well, I've arrived.
Like how? Because that's legitimately one of like the biggest hits ever released. Like how? How? Can you tell me how? I mean, the main song is, of course, I mean, it was sampled by Nicki Minaj. So they'll probably even know it from that.
That is rather inclement, to
But
say
it
the
was like
least,
a massive,
which means there's
massive
going to be
hit.
a lot of water in the mine. Now, the
Well,
mine is around
anaconda
about,
don't-
I think, 100
well,
yards that way, or
anaconda
the
don't-
entrance to it. So we've kind of got to go up and then down into the
Baby
mine.
got back.
Looking forward to it, apprehensive, a little bit scared, and a little bit nervous. So we better go to the base camp, which is just further up there, where I've got to meet everybody else,
are you
get my
talking
gear on, and hear all the safety information, and then go down and sleep in the mine.
Yeah, I've
Been told to meet
bet
by
they don't know what's
a
a
train
sample, but they
station,
must know the
which
song.
I think is here.
Because
but
that was a
nobody
big
else
hit
is here.
too.
And it's raining. The
So we
information
watched
I got in the email
this
was to
hotel
meet
review
at
a
this
ton.
location. I wasn't given a point of contact.
And I've shown like
Very
so many people. Like
mysterious.
people come over to my
I've
house and I
only seen
watch
another
this
couple, but
just to show it.
there's literally nobody else here. There's no.
I mean, I mostly
signs or
watched it on
anything.
mute, to be
Look at that,
fair,
there is a
Beaver.
train
Watched it on
actually
mute with the
pulling in.
doors locked.
Are you guys doing the sleep thing, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Martin.
Tim.
Tim. Nice to meet you.
Hiya. Up the train goes. So I did just meet the lady up there. She's going to get some stuff for us. It's raining at the minute, so I thought I would just give myself a little bit of shelter in the car. Even though we've got to walk up there.
More outrageous just when the lyrics less the video. I mean, the video is too, but the lyrics are just.
Through a little journey into an old.
It was a joke. I'm not Ryan. I don't literally do it.
Well, so you're going to stay overnight.
Never even held hands before.
Sound good? Yep. Woohoo. Perfect. All right then. Now, once we go into the mine, it'll be about 10 degrees, so probably a little bit warmer than it is out here at the moment.
But yeah, and I've legit had people come to my house and showing them this video just because I think it's so fucking cool.
It because we've got about half an hour walk up to the kit room where I will kit you out with harnesses, wellies and helmets and stuff like that.
So silly question, that hole up there, is that where we're going into?
No.
Oh, right.
Another mine opposite the one that we're going into called Riskam.
Right, there's me thinking I was going up there. I was like, that's quite a trek. It's not as high as that then?
Not quite,
oh,
no.
Thank you.
But the one
it's still a 3-hour trip.
It's one of the biggest, well, is the biggest slave mine in the world.
Crikey.
So,
Put your clothes back on. What's your hotel room?
We've got to walk up to.
Can you imagine?
Some harnesses
I could legit see myself doing it. It's the best part.
A little bit of a walk. Thankfully, the rain has stopped because I was worried that I was going to get soaked.
I've definitely pulled shit like that in the past during my life.
Walking up the side of a mine.
So you're not far off the truth.
Some of everything.
That's the best part.
It's pretty huge, that mine in front of us.
Oh, it's because it's so legit. Like I could 100% see myself doing it. Going, no, we're not doing that. We're watching this. We're watching Tim now. This is Tim time.
So we head up this way to get some harnesses on before we head into the mine. And this big pile of slate has become a World Heritage Site. This was actually removed from the mine all those years ago. And
I've 100% pulled shit like that.
Days, they had to do all
not
this
with this, but like definitely I've gone. We're watching a movie.
Step over this. Wow. An interesting fact about slate is that they grind it down.
We're watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Powder, and a lot of that is used in cosmetics and toothpaste. Did you know that when you was brushing your teeth this morning, you was brushing with bits of slate? Just discovered that's really difficult to walk on, and the old little rails for the carts are actually quite handy to walk on.
I mean,
wow, could go
judging by him, it does sound like it's a horrible walk. You hear how tired he is. You're only staying one night, so
we're going to get kitted up just in there.
I think you just really need a backpack for it.
See those little houses up there? Apparently that's where the miners used to live.
But you're taking it with you. So you're not going to bring your whole suitcase for this? I guess if you've got a suitcase, you leave it in the car and hope for the best.
Trendy as, I know. Right, I'm all kitted out. We're ready to go into the mine. It's just weird knowing that it's getting dark. I'm not going to a hotel. I'm going to be staying in the mine overnight. But what accommodation have I got?
It's so remote that I imagine, like, if you did have a suitcase and left it in the car, it'd be fine.
I've gone for something.
You're not going to have anybody come and
show you more when we
pinch it. Like, if somebody did pinch it, like, everybody in the town would know who it is, because there's like 4 people who live in the town.
Water.
So just before we go in, I just need to do like a little safety brief in case of anything happening along the way. So once we step into the mine, please leave your helmets on until we get down to the deep sleep. Only because you don't know what's above your head. The ceilings do come quite low in certain places, and I don't want you to crack open your head. This mine originally had over 100 kilometers of passageway.
You might die.
Everything looks exactly the same. And where you think that might be safe, it's probably not. So it's safe to say.
You're too close claustrophobic for it. 100%. Like if you're claustrophobic, this would be hell.
Towards it, because before you
I
know
think
it,
this is sick.
There'll be a level lower.
Do you want me to go in first?
I legit want to do this. This is on my bucket list. Do you know what my favorite part with that video was? Is that you had a really good joke and made it like cringy, but kind of like so bad it's good by carrying it on.
Get a coat on. So I'm sure you get this question all the time, but is it haunted?
No. I've never seen anything as such, but...
So he asked if it's haunted. He's being legit.
Oh, really?
So, the mine
He
is
believes in
really
ghosts.
strong tobacco.
Yeah.
And in certain areas,
Oh,
I
really?
sometimes get a whiff of tobacco, and it literally smells like somebody's just smoked a pipe or something like that, yeah. But, no, not really, I don't think.
Do you get like, so, because I read on the website you can possibly hear strange noises and like you get wind down here?
He's definitely
Yeah. So,
here
I'm
for the
not sure
ghost
which
experience.
way we're gonna go today. Either today or tomorrow, we'll go through.
I assume people must have died in there, which is horrible.
The air coming through the mountain. That keeps it ventilated, I suppose. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie The Descent?
I have. Yes. And the Descent too.
Oh no! Imagine waking up having that nightmare in here. Oh.
Oh God. Well, luckily, the Descent was filmed in a cave.
Yeah.
We are in a mine. That's what I'm keeping.
You want to criticize yourself
Yeah.
too much. Well, they're just talking about the
So
Descent
you are
movie
currently
now.
stood on the main haulage incline of this mine. So this is where they would have brought slate up and out from to where we just came from. So just to give you an idea of how big this place actually is, you've got 13 floors going up. You've got I don't know how many floors going down. Each floor.
It's
is
the
roughly
biggest
about 30
slate mine
meters
in the world.
depth. Yeah, it goes miles that way, and it goes miles that way as well.
Goes miles.
Miles, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so originally this would have had over 100 kilometres of passageway.
So you could definitely get lost.
Yes, 100%.
Scary.
If you don't know what you're doing, like what we...
You think you still do
for
this? Wait till you
example,
see the place.
Go on...
Wait till you see the
Extreme trip, that's probably an 8.
the
Not even an 8.
hotel or
Yeah?
sleeping
This
area.
place is
I'm saying that because it's
huge.
actually really
I don't know if
nice.
I've got a map. I must remember to put the map in. But Miles might have a map of the place that we have. Well, an 1/8 of it, anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's massive. Again, a lot of it we can't access anymore because it's completely
I
flooded
don't
now.
know if
and
I've
a lot
watched
of
the
it
original
is very dodgy
Bloody
as well.
Valentine Beetle. I watched a lot of old school horror, but I just can't remember if I have seen it or not. Excuse me for 2 seconds.
Blimey.
I just don't know where I felt where you're from. I said, yeah.
I don't know if the camera picks this up, but this is one deep hole. You can barely
Oh my
see
God,
the
did
guy
you say that
down
on
there,
TV,
right at the
Tom?
bottom.
So, we're going to go across here. So we're going to clip ourselves onto the safety line here. Going to follow it
Not safe for
across.
Twitch.
I'll be waiting in the centre there, so you're going to have to go underneath me and carry on. Please follow the
Hey
rope
now.
to the very end.
I've got an audience
Once
here.
you're at the very end, walk
Save your
that
smut
way.
tin.
There will be a little hole on the right-hand side.
Little hole?
Kind of wait in that passageway for me.
Oh my God.
I can totally appreciate why people wouldn't. One, the claustrophobic thing and the whole
That is a
risk
big
to
drop
it.
down there.
Obviously, there's
I can
inherent
lean
risk. This
back
is
to help me get
clearly
mounted, do I, or-
mildly dangerous.
But I would hold on to the rope.
All right, so you can hold on to this as well
Yeah,
then.
so
Right.
that,
okay.
yeah, that's probably the best bet. Can you just go back to that side?
I don't know if the camera picks that up, but that drop is insane. We're not going over that. Is there no other way that way? We have to go this way.
Yeah. I think that's how you do it. I'm not sure. You're not funny. All right then. So
You're not funny.
what's going to happen is
She keeps being cheeky, which is a bit.
Looking for the best care for your underarms? Upgrade to
yeah,
Dove
I am.
Advanced Care.
How did you know? Everybody, if you're looking for underarm care, Dove. See, It's the second dub sponsor we've had on the stream so far. I haven't watched the film series, but I watched the original Sleepaway Camp. In fact, we actually talked about it on stream before. Beetle.
Holding onto the black rope.
Classic movie. Really good twist, but I don't know how well it flies today.
Turn around, face me.
But I think
and
it's still
sit down,
really well
let
done.
go. Yeah, keep your feet on the rock. When you get to the bottom, you'll need to unscrew this.
You are sort of spelunking
From your
at this
harness,
point,
yeah,
sliding
so
down
just
a
open it up.
cliffside.
And then leave the carabiner on the red rope. Yeah? I know it's safe, but I'm always a bit like... I do that on purpose, you know.
And at this point, my GoPro footage went a little bit weird, but I was dropping into this big cave 50 to 100 feet down.
Oh my god, this place. You can see just... Well, you probably can't.
It's so dark, you can't see shit.
Ridiculously high. I'm walking on this and holding on.
Obviously, you need gumboots.
It's not too deep. I don't want to fall in because that water's very cold.
So this is called a jumper bar, and this would have been the hand drill that the miners would
The
have
side-on
used to
one.
build these chambers. So they would have had
The only-
chisel on both
and this
ends,
is being
a
legit.
little
This
bit
is
of
going to be a
weight.
bit.
So what they would do is pretty much drop, twist, drop, twist, drop, twist, all the way
I
up
guess
to here.
vulnerable
And
or
then they would
weak
turn it
or whatever
around
for 2
and
seconds, if I
carry
may.
on all the way
I
up
think,
here.
like,
So one of
with
these
my
poles
weight as
would
it
have
is at the
taken them
moment, my
between
body weight
6
is
and
at the
10
moment,
hours, depending
I don't have like a
on
good chin
how skilled they
anymore.
were. One hole.
And I kind of don't like
But
how
they didn't
the
do
side-on
that
angle
down
look makes
here.
my chin look, or lack of chin look.
They did that up there. So they would
I'm happy to
tie
move
up
to it at
a
some point
chain.
once I
You can
lose this
still see
weight.
the chain hanging
But at the
down
moment,
there.
I'm like, holy fuck,
They
I'm
would climb
so
up that
fucking
handle
overweight
bar,
at the moment.
Wrap it round their waist once, wrap it round their leg once, and off they went drilling. Yeah? So their aim was to get a fridge freezer-sized block of rock down, which is a very good example here. Yeah? So they
Getting
would
your
do
lessons of
a
what
few
they did in
holes
there.
like that. At the end of the day, they would fill them with black
That's just being
powder,
legit. Like, I'm not
a little bit of clay,
super
a fuse.
fucking
They put
cut
the
up about
fuses
shit like
as
that.
short as they possibly could, and then guess who got to light the fuses? The kids. Correct. Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that. I've watched the video 100 times. And it's the first time I've actually heard him clearly say, or her say, when they dynamited the place, they got children to light the dynamite.
Well, this evening, I'm sure you would have all phoned in and let them know that you were here. Now, usually they will tell you which way to go at a certain place. This is it. Where did they tell you to go? That way.
Ours was back where we
They said
came
follow the
from.
guide.
There's 2 dead ends that way. So.
He keeps being cheeky and trying to be like, we're lost.
And
Here's the
we've
place.
made it.
To the deepest point of the mine, 1,375 feet down. Miles was there to welcome us with a hot chocolate
Is he
and a couple
talking
of
about-
biscuits before we
You're like, I
settled
didn't
in,
want to get there.
and then I got to see my room.
So there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4.
There's
different
4
lodges here.
cheap
They are quite
rooms.
small. However, I'm going to be staying.
So there's cheaper rooms here, which actually aren't too much cheaper. I've looked up the prices. He'll do the prices at the end. And you'll get to see inside these rooms as well, but he's got the solo fancy room.
The grotto, you have to check this out. As I walk over the bridge. And it's what you can't see.
If he's just running through without a harness.
That is one big drop. I'll show that with a bit of light later on, but let's just walk through here. I've actually bought my own light just because it's so dark down here and your head could get hit on here. But this is known as the grotto. Let's go in.
This is his room.
Wow.
I think that's
Guilty. Everyone
cool
else
as
is in
shit.
the lodge, but I'm here in the grotto. I did pay for this, and there is a waiting list for this grotto as well. I actually had to book about 4 months in advance. Well, it might have been 5 months, but let's show you around. Looks so
I
cozy.
know you're going to do
though.
it. Maybe you could do
And
the other rooms. Take a look.
there
When
is
you
even
show the other rooms. a bit.
little log fire, obviously fake, but look at that. That is
I think
actually
that's
kicking out some
amazing.
heat.
I would so do that.
Nice touch. For a second, I thought that was a fridge, but it's not. Towel, which is quite nice. Little plant, somewhere to
The
hang
only
my
thing
clothes.
I've thought about
I do also have my own sink in here
is
as well.
you had to
with
go
more
across a
hummus and
bridge
barding.
to
Very
get to
nice.
his room.
It just blows my mind. There's running water. I know there's lots of water down here, so obviously running water. It is all
And
cold water.
there's
That's
no
the only
bathroom
problem.
in his.
But
There's
we
no
noticed,
toilet
look, on
in
the
his room.
walls, this actually
You have to
does
go
look
across
like
the
the
bridge to
slate,
get to the
but
toilets.
it's slate wallpaper. That is crazy, right? And then there's the real
And I'm just
slate
like,
that goes
if I woke up in the
all
middle of
way
the
around
night,
the room. I mean,
desperate
some
for a
people
piss,
who are claustrophobic, I guess,
I would just pee in the
wouldn't
sink.
necessarily like this room. It does feel though.
I would not
really
try to walk across the
roomy.
bridge in the middle of the
Surprisingly,
night.
It's very warm
half
as well,
asleep.
considering that the cave outside is around about a
Going,
constant 10
"Where
degrees.
the fuck's
in
the
here,
toilet?" I'd
I
just
think
be
it's
like,
a
"No,
nice and cozy
first thing in the sink."
23. Nice romantic candles there. Nice little rug on the floor. And then, of
I know it might be
course,
gross, but
you've got
fuck
the
that.
bed.
You're being in the
We'll do
bed.
test in a moment.
Just fuck it.
A couple of side tables.
Pee in the
Little
pot plant.
reading lights, which is actually brightening up that clock at the minute. So is that the real time? Yeah, 9:15. It actually took us 3 hours to get down here. Crazy,
Took
right?
3 hours.
There's plenty of
That's
space either
3
side.
hours from the
Let's
car
do the bed
park to
test.
there.
It's actually very, very
Not 3
comfy.
hours to get
Ooh,
from
can't
the
say I've
entrance
ever
to
laid in a
down.
bed and looked up to something like that before.
So it's not 3 hours
That is
descending,
kind of
it's
nice,
3
but
hours
also
from
terrifying at the same
the
time.
top. They do,
That's the
he's
other thing, I don't
done
need to
an
lock my
underwater
door.
one as
Anyway,
well, which we can watch another
Should we
time.
go and try out dinner? Because I hear that is special.
I think he's done
So I have to
2
check out the toilet.
underwater ones.
What's it going to be like?
There's only one I specifically remember, which I
Now,
find
luckily,
really
I'm the
this is the
first one
bathroom.
in here, so
obviously
it smells pretty fresh. There obviously are 9 other people here, so it probably might not smell as fresh a bit later on. So let's give you the tour of the toilet. A proper toilet. Sink. Look at that. You can
the main
bathe
thing I
and
went about
party.
the underwater one, and I'm just going to pause for a sec, and spoilers for it, is part of the deal with the underwater one, part of what you pay for is they'll go get whatever takeaway you want and bring it to you. And he orders a pizza. He's like, I'll have a pizza. And you're meant to wait by the window at like 5 p.m., wait by the window so you know the pizza's arrived, so you can see the guy in the scuba suit swim past, and you can be like, "Oh, cool, I'll let you in." He was waiting by the whole wrong window the whole time. He's like, "What the fuck's my pizza?" It's like, "Oh shit, it's the other window." The guy's been waiting outside, going,
Reimagine outdoor cooking with the Ninja Wood Fire.
"You get no ads while watching my streams." I turn ads off. I'm not interested in doing streaming for the money. I have added, I don't know if you can, it's just in the settings. There is settings to turn it off. You can completely remove them. It's under monetization. If you go into monetization, you can choose how much. It's just having them really low, yes. And you can switch everything off. Hey, Vixen. Hello, Poppet. How you doing? I'm gonna give Vixen a shout out. I was lurking in your stream today. Vixen is another one of my favorite people on the internet. I know I give you shit, Vixen, but you also know that you're one of my favorites out there. So people, please follow Vixen. She does Phasmo streams. She does a bunch of other stuff as well. But currently you're quite focused on Phasmo. You were doing Hogwarts. I can't remember what else you were doing. You were doing Hogwarts for a long time, so that's the main thing that's in my memory brain. But big shout out to Vixen. She is the shit. That's all I'm going to say. She's the shit. I'm doing a stream for a little bit longer. Before I pop off to sleep. Sorry. You got me for about 10 more minutes. I'm away next week, so hopefully I get some sort of streaming during the week, but I don't know. That's TBD. I'll try to cram in a stream at some point during the week, but I'm away going down to Christchurch over the weekend to see Hosier in concert. So I won't be here next weekend. Sorry. But we're currently watching a hotel review of the world's deepest hotel. He's gone into a mine and he's gone 10,000 feet below surface to stay in a hotel.
And what you have to do is you take one of these bags out.
He's currently showing you how to
stick
poo in the
bag
hotel.
In there, you do your business, you tie it up, and then you put it in a bag out here. I don't know why I'm surprised, but running water.
And absolutely adore you as
And
well,
the
Vincent.
chain.
You're a lovely person, lovely
Flushes
streamer.
as well. So dinner is
I
served.
try to join
Basically
her
what you
streams
get
as much as I can.
on an airline,
Often I
right?
can't.
Did you nick that from British Airways?
But I do make effort to
certainly
lurk
did.
as much as I can.
Put it on eBay.
Oh, did they?
So,
Funniest things you find on eBay.
believe it or not, most of the planes on eBay. Including the
Wouldn't
engine.
surprise me.
Yeah.
So dinner is up. I've got smoky tomato paella, which is very nice.
Not you,
It is a good
Jesus.
thing to do. It costs about £10 each.
Hippie is the worst.
Obviously, if you're up a mountain,
I'll give
get some
Hippie
hot
a
water
shout out as
recently.
well. I don't think I gave you a shout out from when you joined, so fuck it. Hippie is again for people lurking, for people watching. Hippie's a new friend to the channel. My latest victim of my charming banter. But Hippie streams are a lot of fun, and particularly because I don't mean this in a rude way, but because you've got quite low viewer count, I want to see you get more people in. I want to see you get people in, chatting, engaging your stuff. You do weird shit like me. In fact, you're probably, and this might not be a good thing, you're probably the streamer that's most similar to me in terms of the way you do your content. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. You do like your short bit of game and then you just watch some random shit. But please do follow Hippie. Give her some more views. Give her some more content. Give her some more stuff in general. She deserves it.
Can have a nice tasty meal. On the side with a bread roll and a can of Coke. Let's give it a try. It will definitely fill you up. And it's definitely smoky.
They've
Pretty
just
good.
got like that
Dessert is lemon drizzle
camping
cake
food that you can
with
just like
custard.
heats itself.
It's quite nice. It's like being back at school. Wow, this is cosy.
This is the
This is what one of these lodges look like.
This is what the cabins that were out there before.
Love that little light though. But no sink in here. Yeah, that's really cosy. And
So this is the cheaper room. So if you want to go for the cheaper room, this is what you get. Which is still nice.
Old fashioned.
But the more expensive room is way cooler.
really old plug. Does it actually charge your?
Yeah.
Wow, because I didn't think they had enough power for that.
I think it's handmade.
Bless you, Viva,
it's
for
properly
giving
operate on
Hippie
different
a follow.
voltage.
That's something I don't have in my room. Photos, and I couldn't find the thermostat either. But I just had all I had was that heater on the floor and the heating under the bed.
Yeah.
Have you noticed these hooks? These are yeah, these are brilliant.
Well, most people have actually gone to bed now, and I just wanted to stay up just a little bit longer.
Beaver's a good lad.
Because the atmosphere changes when it goes a lot quieter.
You
It's a really
Victor.
nice dinner and dessert, but as you stand in here, it feels like it's raining just that little bit, because obviously water's falling from the ceiling and it's falling on the corrugated roof over there. You can also hear the water running from in the cave over there.
Some Beavers and Butthead in the chat.
Well, as far as evening entertainment goes, once you've had your dinner, you've had a little bit of a chat, it's actually about 11 o'clock right now.
Wake up time is,
It's
I
11
believe,
o'clock, like,
at 8.
dead on, looking
Or
at the clock
breakfast is at
behind
8, so wake up time might be a little bit
a
earlier.
minute past
I didn't
11.
realise this, but they've got heating underneath the bed as well, because obviously the floor can get pretty cold. I love this though. Where can I get one of these from? I can actually lock my door from the inside because I was a little bit worried. The only thing you need to obviously think about is in the middle of the night, if you need to go to the toilet, you got to get up, put your boots on, walk all the way across the bridge. Obviously don't fall down that massive hole, and then head into the toilet. And one good thing about being in the grotto rather than in those
don't have it down
little sheds is that
you know what's
I don't need to
real,
worry
real
about...
corny? He's got the DJI Pocket 2. I bought the same camera as him when I did my trip to New York, UK, Greece. I bought the same camera as him because it seems to be really good. And I've filmed some stuff. I've pulled all the stuff off of the memory sticks and put them onto my hard drive, but I haven't edited them yet, even though it's been like 3 months since I was on the trip. I just got to sort of figure out how I want to edit them and what I want to do with them, if anything. They might just be there to be like memories, but my main problem is I'm not sort of like a confident enough person to do what he does, where he can just walk around and hold the camera and talk. Like, I'm a bit too self-conscious for that. I did a little bit of it, but you do be quite aware that you're walking past people and they're like looking at you, and not in like a judgy way, but it's just because you're talking and you naturally look at somebody, you're like, oh, that person's talking. But for me, I'm not that confident in myself to be just like, blah, 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 and not feel like I'm being judged. So I only did like a little bit of walking around with it, talking, and most of the time just like, I was just filming stuff.
Right. Look how cozy that is.
Like, you know, I was at the top of the Empire State Building and like holding my camera off the edge to like show the street below.
Pretty dark. I'll see
Stop
you in the morning.
judging people. That's what I said to them.
Well, I did sleep, but it was sporadic, really. I kind of kept waking up. Thank God this bed is heated from below, because it starts to feel really damp on the covers on the top. But yeah, with the heating from the underneath, wow, it was toasty. I really did need the toilet in the night, but I couldn't be bothered to get out of the warm bed. I'm going to get up, have a wash. Obviously there's no hot water, it's just cold.
I wonder if you
and then go
did
and
do
see
what
what's for
Hippie
breakfast.
suggested, just piss the bed.
Oh, cold.
William Shatner.
Oh, that's one way to wake you up.
Yeah, there'd be no hot water under there. People are getting out of bed.
Morning. I'd love a cup of tea, please. Yeah, that'd be lovely. So I think I must be the only one up, actually.
You just saw people get up. What the fuck are you on about?
Miles is in the background making me a cup of tea. I was so, I'll tell you, I was so thankful for the underbed heating last night.
Yes.
It was it a heated blanket or was it underfloor heating kind of thing?
Yeah, there's a heater under the bed.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see.
Tubular heaters.
Yeah.
And there's an electric blanket.
As I say, because it really did make a difference. Because I turned it, I thought I'm not going to need that. I turned it off and it got cold very quick and almost a little bit damp. And as soon as I turned it on, yeah.
But somebody's sliding into my DMs. I have
Something
no
so
idea who
nice,
it is.
just
I
hearing
think it's
that
a
little
bot.
bits of rain dropping onto the ceiling. It's not rain, is it? It's from water from the ceiling.
Same thing.
Yeah. The first cup of tea in the morning is always the best, isn't it?
We found little Sylvie in someone's backyard.
Last ads. Yeah, it's a bot. Kitty. Obviously a rescue thing, but it's
How's the grotto?
cat food.
The grotto is, you feel more like you're in a cave, yeah, than you would be if you was in one of these. But you feel like, yeah, you're right down in the bottom of this cave, because the thought goes through your mind of how you got down here. And but it's almost a bit like a horror movie going through your mind as well, where you actually are.
Not many
fact
people. I guess we'll read G.
You're so far away from everybody, and it's so long to
G
get back
from
up to the
Yogscast,
surface.
but friend of the channel.
Yes, we've
One
all
of the
seen
Yogscast
Descent.
members who's friend of the
But
channel.
I was the
so
last
we might give
actually
it a
on
rate.
some of the trips down, so that movie was going through my mind as I was looking and everyone was, I think it was when we were going down the shaft where all the water was running, and I had to wait quite a while until I went down.
Yes.
So I was the last one. I was just looking around, and then the movie was playing online.
Fuck off.
No bacon, eggs, and sausages.
Who the hell's
I've
DMing
gone
me?
for a strawberry croissant. Interesting.
No, I had one of those
flapjack.
fucking bots.
And a cup of coffee.
Look.
I guess you need some calories
I'm
in order
watching your
to
stream.
use your energy to
Would
get
you
up
like
to
to
the
buy
surface,
some art?
which is what we're going to do in about
It's all AI generated
10
shit.
minutes. So I can't say I'm overly looking forward to going back up there, but apparently there's a quicker way out than there was coming in.
Bless you,
Breakfast
Beatles.
was great.
Cheers for hanging out
Coffee was
tonight.
better.
Always appreciate you
Time to get ready
jumping
to
in,
head up to the
chatting,
surface. It sounds
lurking,
weird to
whatever you
say
do.
that. Leaving the warmth of my
You're an
little
absolute
cave,
star, Beetle. Thanks
heading
for
up to the
everything,
surface.
and we'll
What's
see
crazy
you
is they actually have a
most
live
likely,
stream
unfortunately, in a
of
couple
what's
of
going
weeks.
on at the surface, just in their little
Look
kitchen,
after yourself.
which I thought was kind of. I thought
Hopefully you
it
have a
was a
good
screensaver
shift.
at first. It's going to take us a little bit quicker to get up to the surface.
I think
I'm probably not
in
going to film that again
2
because
weeks'
you've already
time,
seen that. So I'll see you up top.
I'll
Just got out. The sun is shining. My eyes are hurting. Oh, it's
I'll
lovely to
do
smell fresh
my
air.
Christmas stream.
Come out and it's got nice weather.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Rather if you came out and it was rubbish.
Just purely because I'll be away for Christmas.
Coming out of the mine to
Obviously,
see that
and won't be
sunshine.
streaming
Oh,
over
what an
Christmas time.
experience. It was so nice to come up and see blue
So
skies.
I think we'll
feel
do
the
my
wind in your
Christmas
hair.
stream not
I
next
know,
week, but
I've
the
got
week after.
hat hair at the moment. If you ever wanted to do this experience, I definitely recommend you staying in the grotto. You get much more of that cave mine experience through the mine shafts, in the caverns. I mean, it was an amazing
So
experience.
it costs
it was
$5.50.
crazy to
It
think that
costs
we were
less
going to be
now,
sleeping
but
in
it
there.
costs just
We came
five-
past a group that were going in
500.
there to do like an extreme activity, and they were like,
500 quid for the grotto, and I think it's 400 quid for the cabins. So 100 quid difference between the two, but I think the grotto looks a lot cooler. Plus, you got the water there as well, and a double bed. I'm still really, really keen on doing it. Last time I looked, and I don't know what it's like now. I looked maybe 2-3 months ago, and even then it was booked out until March next year. Like, it's really booked in advance. I don't know what it's like now, but it is definitely on my bucket list of things to do. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, below hotel. Deep sleep. Let's just show screen. There's nothing interesting that's being hidden. There's the place. Do we just click this? Oh, it's gone up again. So $575 for the grotto, $375 for the cabin. You pay for two, but it's a set price. So very dating site. You found it. Shit. Oh, they've got some availability now. Last time I looked, there was nothing at all until March. People have obviously let go of their bookings now. No grotto available until, grotto's not available until March 29th. It's the earliest time the grotto's free. But the cabin is free 27th of December, 28th, 11th of January. I might consider it. I'll be in the UK around that time. That one, 28th, is genuinely a possibility. I might give that some thought. Because I think this would be fun as fuck to do. I could manage that. Oh well. That's just me thinking out loud. I am going to go now. It is now 2:15 in the morning. Take right off. Fuck, I'd rather take a polar bear with me, to be honest with you. Seeing if there's anybody else online. They leave them there. Well, that's not a bad idea. We're going to raid, as I say, G, friend of the channel, member of the Yogscast. go say hello or not. It's up to you. It's a free country, free world. I'm going to go to sleep. Enjoy your night.
I'm a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. Really, I'm a psycho.
I'm not dancing. Or am I?
You know I'm a psycho. I told you.
Bye. Love you. See you in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to be maybe doing an afternoon stream, which means sorry for the people in the UK. You'll probably miss it. People in the US, you might be able to see me. So unfortunately, it means hippie. You'll probably see me. The dickhead bots messaging you still. Peace out. See you whenever I see you. If not during the week, next week. Bye. 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 Bye.